Hello, everybody, and welcome in to Geek with Me, where today we are going to be celebrating 10 years of Star Wars Episode 7, The Force Awakens, with a good old-fashioned live commentary. This movie was originally released into the theaters on December 18th, 2015. Adapted based on the characters by George Lucas, written by Michael Arndt, Lawrence Kasdan, and J.J. Abrams, directed by J.J. Abrams. I'm Colton Robertson. I'm joined by Joseph George. What's up, homie?
What up, what up? It is always a pleasure to be here.
Oh, it is the utmost pleasure to have you today. It is Christmas. We are recording on the night of Christmas, just 15 minutes left in Christmas, in fact, and what a present The Force Awakens is. We are going to be doing a live commentary, which means we're going to be up late, folks. We're going to be watching this movie all the way through 2 a.m., and hopefully you'll be watching it with us. If that's at 2 a.m., that's entirely up to you. So rules are simple. We are going to be watching the movie and talking about the movie as we watch said movie. We are going to be watching it on Disney+. You may have to go ahead and click on it and skip the ad. That's normal. Don't worry. Things happen. So you're going to go to Disney+. You're going to open The Force Awakens. If you want to try to figure it out with a physical copy of the movie, no problem. Go for it. But on Disney+, we are going to be queuing it back to 0:00. And here in a moment, I'm going to give us a countdown. I'm going to go 3, 2, 1, punch it. Like Han Solo to Chewie. 3, 2, 1, punch it. And on punch it, we will press play, and we will be watching The Force Awakens as a family, a found family, like Poe and Finn and Rey and, the whole gang. So I'm very excited. No point in putting it off. This is a long podcast. If you are ready, I am ready. And we can go ahead and do the countdown. So the next 3, 2, 1 is the 3, 2, 1. So if you are ready, I'm going to go ahead and start the countdown now. 3, 2, 1, punch it. Should be seeing that glimmering Lucasfilm logo straight out the gate. That means you're doing right. That means you're doing okay. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, etc. You're good. You're
I've
set.
heard that one before. That one's been in the other ones. Bam! We don't. I guess I don't have the sound right now, but I hear every time.
No, you know it. You know it like the back of your hand. And this is one. This is a very important one. I can't speak for you, but I know that I was 15 when this movie came out. This was the first one I got to see in theaters, and I'll always remember that video on the internet. Turn your flash off. You're ruining it for us. Yeah, too good. And that was at a screening of The Force Awakens 10 years ago. So, we got the anniversary of that, obviously, having hit probably within the last couple weeks. But yeah, man, just a deeply special movie for that reason. Restorative as far as my love for the franchise is concerned. Not that it was ever going to die, but it probably wouldn't be as heightened my love for the franchise as it is now without the Disney purchase of Lucasfilm and without The Force Awakens being made. Deeply, deeply special movie to me for that reason, as it reinvigorated a fandom that I've held dearly since I was young. But man, I don't know, just this breathed new life into it. What about you?
Yeah, I did luckily get to see it in theaters. I'm trying to remember who with is the interesting thing. Because I guess I would have been 15. I couldn't have driven myself, I guess, without my parents. So I'm wondering, did my family go, which is a 50%, but it might have been like a friend. I don't know. I guess I don't know who I was with at the time. But I do remember seeing it very, very close to opening night, because whoever I was going with, I said, there's no way I'm waiting for this movie. Like, I have to see it. I have to see it as soon as we can. And yeah, getting that familiar title crawl, like... It's not that they're annoying.
For the first time.
Yeah, like it's I never skip them in the movie. And it's crazy that I think even Disney Plus sometimes gives the skip credits button for that. Or you can skip the opening crawl, I feel like, or it was an option maybe.
Fuck off and die.
Point.
No.
It's like, come on. I don't know.
Do that.
Yeah, it's like skipping the Twin Peaks intro.
No, yeah,
and simply
not to
can't
mention
do
that
it.
there is extremely valuable exposition there. That is part of the point, you know. There's incredibly important exposition that is you're dropped into the middle of a story every time. That is how every Star Wars movie works. You are dropped into the middle of something happening. This is one of the most important events in the history of Star Wars as far as the franchise's lore is concerned. We are finding Luke Skywalker, and this old guy, played by Max von Sydow, has the answers. Now, Max von Sydow, a legend, absolute legend. You know, we know him also from Game of Thrones, as he was the Three-Eyed Raven. But, you know, even more historically, he was in the Flash Gordon movie. Now, which were adapted from serials, which did in fact inspire Star Wars originally. You know, Buck Rogers and all that good stuff. He incredibly historic actor. So whenever you have him as a part of the cast, you go, "Oh, Max von Sydow, that's going to be an important guy." No?
Yeah. True.
And it immediately rips the rug out from under you by going, "We're going to kill Max von Sydow." Obviously, I'm getting into spoiler territory. Yeah. But we're watching the movie, folks. You know what's coming.
Yeah. But no, he's a real one. Like, for always from the start, like he's just feels so wise.
To
you know,
me,
like you have to
she
leave.
is royalty. Yeah.
Oh yeah. Knows Leia, or like maybe not knows her super well, but at least you know. Obviously, it's like.
Does know Leia. This is one of the interesting things that, as far as a timeline between Jedi and Force Awakens is concerned, we're exploring that obviously a ton with The Mandalorian and Ahsoka, but there's some really, really crucial stuff with Luke and Leia and Han and, you know, the people you think of as Star Wars people. And, you know, obviously Kylo Ren's descent happens during that time. That's also a very important event.
Yeah.
A lot of books have explored this territory. And Lor Santeca, that gentleman played by Max von Sydow, is kind of he's one of the people who worships the Force. You know, he believes in the Force and he is not Force sensitive, but he does believe in it, and he's seen its effects. He is trying to think, something of an archaeologist, you know. He values artifacts, and he tries to find force not sensitive, but, you know, significant force artifacts, and him and Luke work together to search for such things. And, you know, he's tied to the search for the Ochi of Bastoon and all of that happened. Obviously, that's the Rise of Skywalker territory, where they're like, Lando and Luke did this adventure. That whole book is incredible, and Lor Santeca is a pretty big part of it. That's called Shadows of the Sith. Sorry, we won't talk about Lor Santeca too much because we're about to get introduced to Finn.
This is true.
And one of the things that I love about this movie is, and a common critique of the movie, is that it is it's retreading. It's the same story. It's the same stuff, repackaged, modernized, given to us. Check it out. But what I think, and, you know, there's a give and take here, because it probably sets a negative precedent for Star Wars to come, but it's probably a great choice for the first Star Wars movie under Disney, which is it's taking what's familiar and is absolutely dealing with bigger beats that are the same, and obviously they are making it grander, but there's a lot of really important moments where they flip things on their head. You know, they make you go, this is the expectation because this is what Star Wars is, this is what it has been, and then they go, that's a perfectly fine young man under that mask. You know what I'm saying?
But that's a person. We're actually focusing on the stormtrooper for once, and they're not just the mask or just the body, you know, kind of back there. It's like, Finn and like Poe specifically, this duo, like I feel like has been the highlight of my sequel rewatch recently. And like Rey has, you know, I've luckily come around on Rey. Rey's like always just been fucking incredible. So like she's already got the love, but I feel like it was always just side love for Poe and Finn because of how much I just cared about Rey and Kylo's storyline the whole time. And so it was like, but now I don't know why I've just been, I love the rise, and sadly the fall of of Lor Santek. Is that his name?
Lor Santeca.
Lor
Of the
Santek. They always
Santeca
have
clan.
it, man. God damn. They always can just come up with the most Star Wars names so easily.
Well, and we're again looking at one of these retreads that introduces something new. We've never seen anything like that. You're introducing a character who obviously we're playing with the shadow of Darth Vader. You know, you know that in a Star Wars movie, if you're introducing a villain, the person that's going to be it's going to be compared against is Darth Vader. So why not lean into that? You know, like I think that's actually a pretty inspired choice. And I know a lot of people have, you know, oh, it's so family oriented. Why is this one family so important? Are these two families so important? And da 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 da. It's fantasy, bro. That's how things work.
Yeah. Like,
so whenever you're dealing with a villain and introducing a villain who is going to exist in the shadow of Darth Vader off camera, why not make him exist in the shadow of Darth Vader on camera? And I love that he actively does compare himself to Vader, and he does have to expose or overexpose himself in a way. He has to show off. And that moment where he freezes the bolt and he freezes Poe, it's something we've never seen before, and it immediately clues us in that he's formidable. He is something he's not to be fucked with. I
mean, this, and then letting it go, you know, right?
The fact that he had a hold on it the whole time, that's control.
It was sick. Like, yeah, bro. I mean, Kylo Ren. Like, I've never really had any beef with Kylo. If anything, like, Kylo's had the reverse treatment that every other character has had. Like, I loved, like, I felt like Kylo's storyline was just really interesting. I mean, he was the son of Han Solo, and Princess Leia is like how, and then trained by Luke Skywalker, fell. I mean, yeah, it's like it kind of was just sick. And you know,
the Crown Prince of Star Wars. He's supposed to be compelling inherently. And he is. He always has been. I love that character. And you know, you were speaking to Poe and Finn a second ago, and I think it's absolutely one of the key friendships of the story, obviously. And I think that their execution of it, the energy that Oscar Isaac and John Boyega possess, is just really, really compelling. And the fact that Poe even sets him on the path.
Yeah.
You know, it's Poe who pulls the trigger on the guy who wipes the blood on Finn's face. You know, like it is like there is every single thing all roads lead to Finn, as it were. And it's fascinating looking back at the marketing of this movie and looking back at, you know, watching this movie for the first time and kind of going, Finn's going to be our main character. No, obviously Rey is the main character, and watching this movie, you realize that, but he really was sold as the protagonist, I feel like, in the marketing of the film.
Yeah, very largely, or at least like he is going to be like Rey or him. Like I don't even really think Rey was like on my radar as main character. I don't know,
not
like
particularly.
Before the movie came out. Yeah, it was. I mean, Finn was everywhere and holding a saber as well,
yes,
right? Like
exactly.
that was already like they already spoiled. Like
there was
there
was a poster of him holding the saber.
Yeah.
And there was the poster of Rey holding her staff. So
yes.
automatically
so like,
we
this
associate
is the,
the
Jedi
blue
of the
saber
movie.
with the main character, you know, and you know that's a fun way to off-put us or lead us, misdirect us, but you know, maybe it could have. That's why I like when it comes to the Rey movie that will hopefully inevitably find its way off the ground. I would love to see Finn back. Now would John Boyega love to see himself back? I don't know. We shall see. But one of my favorite music cues in the whole movie is one that's playing right now, The Scavenger by John Williams. Don't hear it. I don't have the sound on or anything, but if you want to mute us and listen to it for a second, go for it, because you should. It's that good. And we recently did a 5x5 on our show, The Sentimentalists. We did 5 top 5s, and we included top 5 movie scores, and I very nearly went with The Force Awakens. Almost entirely for Rey's theme alone. She's got a beautiful theme, one of the best themes in all of Star Wars. And fun fact about that shot, entirely practical.
The speeder?
The speeder, it's got wheels that are painted out, and that's it. But she's actually driving a vehicle
It's that simple. I
It is
actually
that
like
simple.
I looked at that shot on rewatch and I'm like, wait, how the fuck did they actually just do that? I was like actually taken back. I'm like, even with when was the transition between real and CGI? I'm like, wait, like I was what that's insane that it was just they
And
painted out the
same
wheels.
goes for this village. That is an entirely built set in
Uh-huh.
oh, where did they film this? Was this Tunisia, or was that just that might have just been the OT, but regardless, yeah, all
Ooh,
practical here. Beautiful moment where Rey sees what she could become,
yeah.
what her future could
Mhm.
hold. Um, just a really special character, and I will love her forever.
Dude,
Now
like
let me fuck you up real quick about Unkar Plutt. That
Unkar
suit is
Plutt lore drop. Let's see. Or
that is a practical suit. The face is touched up by ILM to make it a little bit
okay.
more naturalistic. Simon Pegg is in there.
Oh my God, that's right.
Yeah.
I have seen just a picture of his head and then like everything around. Oh my, I have to see that again. I need the
Yep,
full
Simon Pegg
context.
is in there. Obviously, his and J.J. Abrams' relationship goes back to Mission Impossible 3, when Simon Pegg is introduced into the Mission Impossible franchise as Benji Dunn,
Hmm.
in a J.J. Abrams movie, and therein his career would never be the same, and it would lead him to eventually being in a Star Wars movie as a
Oh my
tertiary
God.
antagonist.
I mean,
Also a
sadly in
practically done
here he
shot. Sorry.
sucks. Or this is yeah. Inside of the AT, like that's. I
Hmm.
mean that. I mean it did look. Nothing in this movie looks fake. Like I
I meant
mean
the
it
bread.
is
The bread
like.
rising. That's
Oh
practically done.
wait, did they just literally
It's
speed
an
it up?
inflatable. It's like an inflatable
Wait.
thing that they have. And, like, it looks like bread, but it's not bread. It's just like a little tube under there. It's blowing it up. Um,
Man, they really went all out. Like,
a lot of
kind of
practicality. A
like
lot of
every little
obviously a
detail.
ton of
Yeah,
VFX. Um,
yeah,
and
you
that's
have
one
to.
thing you got to give these movies credit for, and something that nobody I've heard. We've all heard just
Mm.
a ludicrous laundry list of complaints about the sequels. But
Hmm.
I genuinely have never heard someone complain about the visual effects.
Nope.
And
Nope.
there's a reason for that, dude. These are magnificently done. And one of my favorite choices for Rey is that she didn't speak till just now.
Mm.
And it's in a
And
different
she's
language.
not even
It's
English.
it's an alien language. She can speak to the droid and understand a droid. She can speak an alien language, so you're immediately clued in that she's incredibly capable.
Mm-hmm.
That there's something
Oh yeah.
special about her because she's incredibly intelligent, incredibly smart, and you just saw that she's incredibly scrappy and can make do, and she's on the struggle bus, but she's getting by.
Yeah.
And
And
you immediately get those signs of compassion. She's just a good person.
and how much of it like is actually Unkar plot like legitimately keeping her there? Like is it truly that all that work that she did and brought all that stuff is worth a
Mm.
quarter portion or a half portion, whatever he gave her? Because like no way everyone else in the town be working that hard. I feel like he actually like he was the one who took her and
Yeah,
like
took her
whenever her
in. Yeah.
parents went away. So like I feel like there is this sort of plan to keep her here. Like it is like part of whether it's Palpatine or the Force or something. I don't know. Like I feel like
That's actually dove into in the Shadows of the Sith as well. Great book.
oh
Great book. Unkar Plutt is someone that Rey's parents don't necessarily trust, but they don't have any reason to believe that he'd do wrong by them.
hmm.
So they leave her there, not really knowing that Unkar Plutt would, kind of exploit their
Mhm.
daughter.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not like I feel like he's purposefully underpaying her.
Mm.
Like that and but she can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It's
she
just
can't
the
do
world
anything
that
about
she
it. You
lives
can't get
in.
under. You can't get out from
Yeah.
under it. She's
Mhm.
obviously he's taking advantage of the fact that she won't leave because she's waiting for her family. You have nowhere else to go. You're not gonna. You're not going
Mhm.
anywhere anyway. I'm gonna take advantage of that.
I do also love that like just the fact that nothing is actually happening there.
Dude.
Like, that is literally just pure acting. Like, and that is it. I truly believed it when I was in the theater. I'm like, oh my god,
No, you
bro is
still
actually
believe it. It's and
Yeah.
like the pulling here, like it looks
Yes.
so involuntary. You know, like Oscar Isaac is
Dude.
obviously just an unbelievable performer. This was my introduction to Oscar Isaac. I've since obviously seen him in just an absurd amount of things. But I remember being like, this guy's fucking got it. Like I love this guy. I don't know who he is or what he's about, but I'm in on Poe Dameron. And there is those notorious stories about Poe's character and how he was supposed to be killed off. And, you know, there's kind of this misconception that like screen tests, he tested well, and they wanted Poe to come back. So they included some reshoots and rewrites and and obviously there's tons of reshoots on a big Hollywood production like this. But Oscar Isaac actually didn't sign on to do this movie until the script said that he would live. Like he worked it out with J.J. Abrams. He was like, I would love to do this. I would really love to live though, you know, because he'd already been in like 4 movies where he died. And he was like, I would love to make it out of one of these things, man. Like that would be awesome. Could you hook me up by chance? And he manages to end up being one of the 3 major forces on the good side, as it turns out. And obviously, I don't think they just did that because they were trying to appease Oscar Isaac. That's just a compelling character. And you know, prior to his inclusion, there's this interesting idea about what Finn and Rey's relationship could have been if there's not like a third fiddle. Like I wonder how differently that evolves if there's not a third person in the mix, who obviously is pulling at Finn's heart. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not, but I am.
No, the lip bite whenever Poe sees the jacket on him.
Come on,
yeah,
come on.
It's there. It's in that one moment. I don't know.
There's
and look how close they
here.
are. Look at this. Like, this is. I mean, I know they're just in a tight, little corridor here. Like,
and I love that Finn knows what he's supposed to do, but he's just doing what he needs to do. And we're gonna do this. Yeah,
we're gonna do this, man.
You're gonna do
he's
it.
Like, oh shit, no, actually, fuck. Wait, I'm gonna shit my pants. Yeah, I love how like, he's like, all right, fuck. It's like,
he's
dog,
like, I'm not talking to you, but
I'm like the top resistance pilot, dog. Like, you don't know who you're dealing with, actually. Like, I'm actually already kind of top shit. Like
I'm him.
I mean, I know it's next to movie, but like whenever he fucking Wait, is this next movie? Is Maz Kanata? No,
Maz Kanata appears in this one.
This is this movie. Yeah, I don't know why I was thinking this was Last Jedi. I guess I just watched both of them back to back, so it was kind of like one big movie. But no, whenever he gets to show off and like Finn is like, that's one hell of a pilot. I mean,
that's the reintroduction after you think Poe is dead.
Like, damn, he fucking flexes. Like, just how Kylo kind of flexed with the bolt, stopping there. This was a different, I don't know.
Well, and there's something to be argued that the entire movie is kind of showing off as far as going, this is what Star Wars was. Look at what we can do now. And
like, this shit is awesome. Like, none of this looks fake at all.
All of it's seamless, dude. It's unbelievable.
Damn. Like, I mean, and just never seen, like, we've seen that part of every empire building or whatever it happens to be blown up like so many times. Just the I don't know what hangar,
hangar base,
you've seen actions in there so much, but never like the actual explosion in the like every little detail that you get, and every set is built with such detail now, and but still keeping the same very simple analog computer, or like the I love how they didn't update anything, they kept it all seamless with the universe, with the the tracking system.
That's what's cool too, is that when you look at timeline wise, prequels to originals to sequels, from prequels to originals, there's this downgrade. This, like the Empire made things worse, and they're trying to the tech kind of backslides, the architecture becomes dull black and white
Mm-hmm.
pill lighting, and that's all that you see everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
But the sequels, again, going with the in-universe lore here, they've stagnated. They can't.
Mm-hmm.
There's been remnant imperial forces, and they can't get out from underneath. No matter how hard the New Republic tries to pretend it's not there, it's a problem. It still exists. Everything. It's changed surfacely, but there's still forces at bay that are trying to keep things the same, and ultimately they are succeeding.
Man, yeah, it's. I'm also like for the first time kind of thinking of Finn, and he, from birth was trained to be a stormtrooper and very conditioned, and like. Are they just so conditioned that they've never loved or never have had even like a friendship? Is that just too inefficient?
Not entirely, because that's what radicalizes him, is that a comrade dies. It's not what they're doing strictly, it's that his friend dies. At least we perceive it to be his friend. He literally goes to his side when he gets shot down.
That's true.
The guy reaches for his face. That's an intimate action. That's not something that's like...
That's true. Yeah.
And it could be desperate. It could be anything. It could just be like he has empathy. That could be him.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. Finn obviously proves to be incredibly special.
Yeah, because I feel like there is a force sensitivity there. Like he senses Rey at like they hint at it a lot that he is.
Oh yeah, I mean him and Kylo make that eye contact, and Kylo senses him, and at the time we can write that off as he didn't do anything, and Kylo can feel that. But retroactively, we can kind of go, he could have felt something about Finn there.
Yeah. And I think it's just that Rey, in a different world where Finn just actually goes off with Rey and they train together. Like I feel like that. I mean, it changes Finn's storyline completely.
Oh,
like if
100%.
And he just actually like they're both kind of in very similar situations. Like they're both incredibly intelligent, just in very different ways. Rey is very real world and intelligent, but Finn just knows how systems work, how to get in the back end of all how to fuck the Empire from the inside out. And it's like I feel like he could have just become a Jedi just as easily as Rey. Like there is that force sensitivity there, and like I love the idea like of the whole movie. Like it's an awakening everywhere. Like even that little kid with the broom. There's like it's everywhere, and I think it's
no, I'm with you, and that that again gets acknowledged in Ahsoka and all sorts of stuff in between 6 and 7. To go back a second to that explosion, fun fact again is that that is practical. They do they don't sink a TIE fighter in sand, but the explosion is incredibly practical, and it was Steven Spielberg's idea to do that.
Let's go. He's like, I just want to blow some. I would want to blow.
He saw the effect
up.
of it sinking. He saw the effect of it sinking. He was like, "Be cool if it blew up after that, though." And J.J. Abrams was like, "That is true. It would be cool if it blew up after that." So they did it.
Wow. I mean, if it would have just sank and then just gone down there, I think that's probably what I would have expected. But like, I don't know. I know the explosion comes because I've seen the movie so much. But like, maybe I wouldn't have expected an explosion to actually happen. Yeah, but
just like, oh well, that's gone. Yeah. There's no reason to expect it would explode, like
Spielberg just
it's
is
funny.
like
Practically, it actually doesn't make a ton of sense that it explodes, which is even funnier.
I don't know. It's getting more pressure. Something eventually just breaks, and then it's like the reactor or some shit. I don't know. It's
you can logic your way in
kaboosh
for sure.
But that explosion is fucking I mean, it's like, well, we have the budget. We can just bury a big ass bomb in the desert and then light it off. I'd say. I mean, wow, that is like
Again,
how else?
We're gonna get practical with it. This is all practical, including that. And by that I mean that.
They built that thing.
They built that. It's a giant puppet being operated by 3 or 4 men on the inside of it.
Wow, and just slurping water. That's all it's there for. You never see it again, not even once. And then it's just for that scene.
This
I love that
fucking thing. God, she's so cool. She didn't bite down.
Yeah, initially like, oh, he's gonna go save her. Wow, it's like it's gonna be a sweet moment or whatever. And it's like, oh no, she's fucking.
Oh, she's
got
got it.
this shit. Like,
And I love John Boyega's acting here, where he's like,
boom!
"Oh, okay,
You're
goddamn."
like, oh shit, like, because that bro was knocked out cold. Like, getting hit with a staff like that. I mean, that shit would fucking.
I think it's cool that when he looks
around.
around, he's like, nobody else gives a shit that just happened. That was fucking awesome.
Damn.
This part takes me the
shit.
fuck out. It is so funny. Daisy
Immediate
Ridley
on
just
sight.
beaming at him.
I mean,
She's got the fucking grimace
like,
going.
yeah.
This is one of the fun facts I was gonna also key in on, because it's an interesting idea for what the movie could have been. And again, I think it's different for if Poe isn't involved, which is that their relationship is supposed to be much more contentious than it becomes. It was originally conceptualized and was rewritten and reshot to be much friendlier. This sequence where Finn is yelling in response, he is acting across from Daisy Ridley, but their original takes with a lot of the same dialogue, except he originally did confess that he was he was in the First Order here.
Yes, that's another.
And that
very
creates
interesting
tension between them. And her shots are entirely reshoots on a different set. Those shots with the matching set in the background.
Wow.
Now that's an original shot, but whenever it zooms in on her and it's those are new. And so you're with the Resistance. And now all of a sudden she's kind of taken by him. She's like, she's fascinated. He's going to open her world up a little bit, and she's fascinated by him. Now this following sequence where he keeps grabbing her hand and running away, that is original stuff. Like, so that they managed to blend that kind of contention with,
it's like she can get finally pissed at him for a little bit.
Yeah. So they blend those things, and they ultimately end up making a really interesting dynamic where they were probably originally going to basically just bite Han and Leia. They end up creating something completely original. As far as the Star Wars franchise to this point is concerned, much more human, in my opinion. I know that we all have relationships where it's like nothing but one thing or the other, but I don't know. I like the fact that she's like, stop fucking grabbing my hand, dude. Like, like, I got this.
She's like, I can run way faster, like we can both actually run way faster.
We can both do this,
if we're not holding hands.
And they're much more, they become much more lovable because of their softness with each other. Like, there's a moment here before long where they get blown up and Finn gets knocked out, and Rey goes to check on him. And when he wakes up and comes to, he asks if she's okay.
Yes.
And she kind of goes, you know what? You're real as fuck.
I
like you, dog. You're cool as hell. Right here, and she's like, okay, take my hand.
Yeah. Yes.
He doesn't have to grab it. He doesn't have to take it and run away. She reaches out and goes, come with me. And again, a lot of moments like that with the hand taking in the sequel trilogy, obviously, take my hand. I did want to take your hand, Ben's hand. There's all sorts of incredible moments there. All these explosions, practical.
It just looks so good. Like, they're just actually doing
all of that, real shit. Those are actual explosions popping off, and I mean that does just add to it. Like having to deal with that is probably incredibly difficult as an actor, and they amaze me, especially considering they hadn't done a ton of stuff before. Daisy Ridley hadn't been in a movie. John Boyega had, but it had been a minute. His one of his original movies was Attack the Block. It came out in 2011, and when they were editing Mission Impossible: Ghost Protocol at Bad Robot, Tom Cruise recommended that that J.J. Abrams should check out John Boyega. And he became Finn. Shout out Tom Cruise.
Damn, he's really just kind of everywhere in Hollywood. But man, Finn. I wish. I don't know. It feels like the one thing that I I still can't get over a little bit that it feels like his storyline was meant for more, and then it just kind of got, the treatment of John Boyega.
It's really because of the fact that so many Star Wars fans, quote unquote fans, as they want to deem themselves, were flagrantly sexist and racist, and it didn't feel like Lucasfilm did anything to protect their cast. Which really, really sucked. They notoriously listened to the wrong crowd. Acolyte got canceled.
That's true.
All that, like
Disney to the masses
does, and it's not even really massive. It's masses. It's just a really vocal minority. And,
the loudest voice.
Loudest voices, and when it comes to Finn's story as it stands, what's practically there isn't bad. It is the what could have been that makes you go, oh man, it could have been nice. But, when you look at a First Order stormtrooper, he becomes a general of the Resistance. There's value in that. Even more value than, say, Han Solo, who was just a apolitical smuggler who becomes a general in the rebellion. This guy was literally raised as a stormtrooper and he becomes a general in the Resistance. That's sick. So that's why I'm like, I have a tough time. It's more the behind the scenes stuff that always gives me a rougher time with John Boyega than it does, than my issues with Finn as his development is concerned. Because I think there's a lot there and he does a really great job. It's more that I feel like sometimes they didn't know exactly what they wanted to do with him.
Yeah, I guess always just a part of me felt that the Rey and Kylo relationship was a little more forced, when the Finn and Rey relationship just felt right. It just felt like it eventually would lead down that road.
Even in Episode 9, there's those moments where he's like, Finn, or Rey, I have to tell you something, and you've apparently that was never going to be an I love you moment, but even then it feels like it's supposed to be an I love you moment. Regardless, this whole sequence, we haven't really talked about it, is fucking incredible.
It gives me goosebumps, and it gets me to when she does the maneuver where she actually gets the gun in shooting position is
sick. So sick. There's so much Star Wars wish fulfillment going on, not only as a fan. Obviously you're like, oh, this is awesome, we're flying the Millennium Falcon into a Star Destroyer, but even more cool is thinking about being maybe just J.J. Abrams, obviously when you're on set, you have no idea this is what your movie is going to be looking like. This is entirely VFX. But to have the vision for what it's supposed to be and going, I'm making a sequence where the most iconic ship in Star Wars does a lot of really badass shit with a lot of the iconic iconography from Star Wars. Let's go. I've made it a little bit. That's so fucking pimp.
Oh. Dude, and then they both get to celebrate together. Where it's did you see that? Oh my fucking god, that was so fucking cool! What we just did, and they're just they're so cute together. It's but Poe and Finn are. I am a little torn on how the relationship goes, but it's
and they do play this connection specifically in this movie towards the beginning very romantically. She's immediately kind of infatuated with the fact that he's in the Resistance. Or he says that he's in the Resistance. She's like, oh, you're in the Resistance? Wow, cool. And then here in a moment, whenever he's like, you got a cute boyfriend? He wants to make sure that she's available. But by the end of the movie, reading it as platonic and friendship, actually makes it even more moving, kind of the sacrifices they're willing to make for each other. Now, obviously, romance is, I'm always going to be a sucker for it. There's no doubt about it. But this is one of those rare times where I think that, their bond immediately ascending beyond potential romanticism and becoming platonic that quickly is kind of fascinating. I don't know. It's a different kind of closeness. It's not strictly a grander closeness or more profound closeness, but I don't know. It's very specific, and I find it relatable as a guy with a lot of women friends. There's the notorious idea about guy friends as far as girls perceive them, which is that one day you're going to ruin it. You know, one day you're going to go, I felt this way for a long time and da-da-da-da. But like, no, you know, like, maybe it's like that at one point, but eventually it can't be like that anymore. Like your friends, your homies. And I think that they ascend to that place very quickly and very clearly. And we'll get more to that at the end of the movie specifically, for what kind of makes me feel like it's a platonic thing.
Yeah,
but,
very Jedi, I guess. Just kind of
very Jedi,
where you can't actually, you know, it's against the rules, you know, the Jedi code. But I don't think, you know, they're not, you know, focusing on the Jedi code.
No,
not
at all.
But I think they're just like legitimately these three, Rey, Poe, and Finn, are just driven by the Force. Like they are the light side fighting against Kylo and Palpatine right now, and like it's just like you can knock that off as lazy writing, but like, or whatever, but no, it's like actually, it just makes everything more beautiful. Like it is like,
right.
It seems that it's all predestined, but it's like not, because it's still a fight versus good and evil. I don't know. Like there's always the back and forth, and I don't know. I feel like we haven't mentioned BB-8 yet, and
we have not,
because of my love for droids, like R2. If it's not Obi-Wan Kenobi, R2-D2 might be my favorite character in the entire like in the entire saga. And I think like I've also just realized how cool BB-8 is, and like how he's similar, and like he's dirty. Like bro can commit war crimes with just R2 Chopper BB-8. Like they're all just war crime okay with it, and badass capable droids. And
and
another
BB-8's
very
so
practical
sweet too.
Like they actually built that thing, and it's like that's sick.
And it's being piloted, you know, a lot by like those rods and stuff, and again, just incredible VFX work to be like, yep, we're going to paint them out. There's a video of J.J. Abrams talking about the primary puppet artist for BB-8 and being like, the most invisible man that's ever been in film. You know, he is all over this movie, and you never see him. So sorry, and he drops his name. I can't remember his name, but he goes, you know, sorry, guy.
Oh damn, yeah, BB-8 actor. That's,
you know, Kenny Baker. There's a few puppet artists for BB-8. He's not operated by just one guy, but there is one guy who notoriously is Ben something.
Yeah. Or Brian. I see Brian Herring and
Brian.
Dave Chapman.
That's the one. Brian Herring is the one. Yeah.
Yeah. But damn.
Ben Schwartz actually provided a lot of noises for BB-8, a lot of sounds and inspiration for the way he sounds. Ben Schwartz is a great actor who voices Sonic the Hedgehog in the Sonic movies.
Okay.
He was also in Parks and Rec as a gentleman named John Ralphio.
Okay, maybe that's it. I'm like, he's in a tertiary role, or he's in something, like, I don't know.
Oh yeah, Ben Schwartz is in a ton of stuff, and he is so fucking funny. The Return. We've got Han and Chewie back, baby.
We're home.
Let's go.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I mean,
Chewie, we're home.
The music cue too. It's like, and then, like, I was reading up on some of the trivia, and it was like, this was actually just a huge moment on set, too, for, like, everyone there just to see Han Solo on the Millennium Falcon. Like, like, they're both right there on the same ship, and then they're like, holy fuck. And, like,
we're really out here. Yeah, J.J. Abrams talked about how Harrison Ford, like, not just Harrison Ford, but even being on a set for the Millennium Falcon was surreal. Yeah. Like, I'm making a movie where I'm shooting this. That's pretty
so much
incredible.
More detail too. Like it's everything that's been there before. You know, obviously there's a compressor or whatever. You know, maybe there's been a few modifications, but it's like everything is so exactly as it was, but just taken up to the next degree.
The smuggler I used to be.
Yeah. Not the war hero?
God, I love the
Finn
stories, the ideas.
Hero.
Yeah, like it's too good, and the idea that Luke is only known as a myth, and I don't know, man.
That's basically just God. Luke is just like Jesus. You know, like Obi-Wan, we say is like space Jesus, but for real, it's Luke. Like the actual legend that no one believes is even real. And
I love these moments in this trilogy. Han getting to step into the cockpit. One of my favorite shots in The Last Jedi is Luke stepping into the cockpit of the Millennium Falcon.
Yes, and you just feel the seats.
An incredible one.
It's like you just, it's, man. I mean, yeah, it's like just such a simple thing, like in the older movies, that I don't know, it doesn't feel like that moment at all because it's the first time that it's happening. But like to have it just be the same thing, just they're simply there, and that's all that matters. And yeah, like
you are the Han Solo who fought with the rebellion. God, yeah, I knew Luke. As far as Harrison Ford is concerned, obviously, notoriously not the biggest Star Wars fan. Very, very clearly. But the fact that he's able to play it with such genuineness is something that I will always love about this movie. He, in a movie loaded with some incredible star-making performances, like Daisy Ridley is incredible. I love her to death. John Boyega, incredible. Oscar Isaac, incredible. Harrison Ford is probably still the best performance in the movie.
Yeah, he's just kind of the veteran. He's the legend in the game.
He is the legend in the game, and there's a lot of stuff he gets to do as Han in this movie that he never got to do as Han before. We'll get to the scene later that really makes the case for it, in my opinion. But he immediately seeps back into this, and the way that he remembers, it's all the nostalgia. Like, playing nostalgia sounds a lot easier than it probably is, but whenever, they say, I knew Luke, I knew him. And later on when he goes, it's true. All of it. Yeah, like that's, there's such a profound, I don't know. It's something that I feel like can only come with age and only come with being older, especially when you are on a set that you were on when you were much younger, and that was a star-making role for him. Like, I can't imagine the sort of, I don't know, maybe softening that could have occurred because of it. Like, kind of going, oh, okay, maybe this isn't so bad. And that's pure speculation, but obviously with Indiana Jones and the Dial of Destiny, we've watched Harrison Ford really publicly soften in a way that we haven't ever had the privilege of seeing. And he's even talked about how Star Wars isn't as bad as he's made it seem, which is a funny way. And I'm paraphrasing, but that's roughly how he talks about it, which is like, no, I've got a lot of love for it, and I have a soft spot for it, and so it's just a really interesting actor who's become such transcended the movie star title. Like, he's even bigger than that, and that's rare air for any actor to achieve. And I think that a franchise like Star Wars is one of the only things that can really cause that. But you look at Mark Hamill, you look at Carrie Fisher, they never reached the heights that Harrison Ford did. Harrison Ford became a movie star, and then that was that for him. I don't know, like that. Like, he's been top bill in everything he's been in for 40 years now. I don't know. He's a special actor.
Yeah, I think it just shows like that he's just a professional. Like, even if he does have hatred towards it, if you were never told that, you would never pick that up from his performance. Yeah, he's just doing what he does, and he always, I don't know, with Indiana Jones and Han has these nostalgia plays, and it's just. But they're so clearly different characters. Like, it's insane. Like, it's the same human being. They're even in similar clothing as well.
Yeah,
but like, it's clearly Han Solo here, and it's clearly Indy over there, and it's he's just yoink.
Sacrifice.
Yep.
There's rest in peace, dude. Rathtars, man.
Damn.
Yeah, they play a role in the High Republic. Actually, there's a little bit of Rathtar action in the High Republic. There's chaos breaking out on a station that's already terrifying. And then they also have to deal with Rathtars in a hangar bay, which is just never fun.
What was Han getting into? Was this just money? Was this just to make
whenever
sell?
They're like, you're hauling Rathtars with just you and Chewie, goes, well, I used to have a bigger crew. Like, that's kind of fucked up, man.
Yeah. I mean, hey, the pirate game, it goes hard. It's just he's
immediately, there's something so beautiful about Daisy Ridley's performance there, where she just immediately is Finn. The concern is so profound, where it could have been so easy to go, well, damn, I just met the guy. I'm going to keep running.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Like,
You
I'm
know,
not going to
like,
run
well, he's-
towards the thing that's been eating
No.
humans. So yeah, it's in one bite. And luckily, maybe this one's just full, or I like to think, it's just the Force. Like, this one cannot be eaten. So Rathtar, sorry. Qui-Gon Jinn is currently just taking over its mind right now. I don't know,
Yep.
something like that in my head canon. But no, yeah, it is just she
was
instantly
lucky.
is, back to him.
And doesn't take any of the credit. Real shit
Yeah.
right there.
Mm-hmm.
There's a moment here. Harrison Ford will take the gun, the bowcaster. He will fire it. He will look almost directly at the camera and say, wow. Right here.
Mm.
And it's almost like a fourth wall break. And I can't think of another actor that could possibly pull something like that off. Like,
Yeah, it is like,
just where
holy
he-
shit, I've never picked up this thing
and
before.
it's so
and shot it.
genuine and in character, and it doesn't feel like a fourth wall break at all. And it's not like he like looks at the camera, pauses, and goes, wow. It's not like that, but he does look almost straight down the barrel of the lens and speak to the camera for a second. And it's kind of, it does feel a little bit like that. If that respect for film doesn't extend quite as much to this as it would other things, just being like, wow, like we're doing this, I might as well do that.
But yeah, I wonder, I mean, I feel like it is a little, not show-offy, but it is just like, we're going to do whatever we want, like whatever would be cool in our minds when we think of what hasn't been done in Star Wars before. And it's like, it's kind of nuts to think that Han never actually picked that up and shot it before. And like, it took just in, however many years later to finally
and
have
he comes
Han
back
do
to
that.
it later. Tell that to
Yeah,
Conji Club.
yeah, he's like, yeah. Is that,
I love that guy.
Is he also in Game of Thrones somewhere?
Probably. That
yeah,
would make sense. He feels like a guy who would be in Game of Thrones.
Conja Club. Yeah. Conja Club. I mean, it's on mute, but man, it's
I
so,
never made a deal with Conja Club.
Yeah.
Tell that to
Tell that
Conja Club.
Conja Club.
Yeah.
Oh,
Tell the
man.
First Order that the droid he has is on board the Millennium Falcon with Han Solo. Yeah, it's too good, man.
Han Solo. Yeah.
Solo.
Brian Vernal. Okay, Brian Vernal. Let's see. I mean, I don't know
First
if
appearance
it is
here, right? This is first appearance for Snoke.
Oh, Snoke. Yeah. Yes. Okay. Not Palpatine. We're dealing with someone else. Interesting. Dude, I had so many fucking theories for who Snoke
yeah.
was,
We
and I
still
just
do.
never. I mean, Palpatine was on there. That's for like I think it was like
Always, yeah.
somehow or it's Palpatine, but I never actually believed in it. I'm like, no, this is either just a new bro entirely, or yeah, I don't know what my
this
theories
line.
were.
There's been an awakening.
Mm.
Have you felt it? I'm sorry to interrupt, but no, you're.
But the scale of this room, like, I mean,
Mm.
and yeah, it's like, I guess Kylo even knows that this is just a hologram, I guess. Like, this is just but like Snoke, like, he's not actually this big in real life. I love how, like when Kylo actually is in the room with him, like, he's actually just not that, like, this is just for
still,
pure aura. Like, he is
pure
just
aura
wanting,
points.
Yeah.
And, like it's a hologram, but it's like hyper realistic, which is funny. We never see stuff like that in Star Wars. All holograms are like blue, and this does have the blue glow, obviously.
Yeah, like they had to build that big ass room just so Snow can have a big ass hologram, and that's it.
That's
Or,
incredible.
I don't know. Maybe it is like a Sith,
real
I don't
Wizard of
know,
Oz
some-
type shit there,
Yeah.
with the giant head. Yeah, no, Snoke is always going to be a really interesting character, and again, another character that come episode 9, people were like, it was just Palpatine the whole time. No, it wasn't just Palpatine. Palpatine did create him, but Palpatine's not puppeting him. It's not Palpatine speaking with Snoke's voice. Like, that is still an individual character, and there could be a lot of really interesting exploration of him if they want to take advantage of it. Because like we've talked about before, and the franchise has talked about endless times. It's the rule of 2. The master has an apprentice, and the apprentice wants to kill the master. I think there's a really compelling story somewhere in there where Snoke wants to kill Palpatine, wants to take over, wants to ascend to that place. I think that would be That would be an incredibly interesting story to tell.
Yeah. I've never really thought of Snoke as like an individual character, really. It's always just been like more of a puppet.
Well,
Yeah.
and
but...
that is the fault of the movies. To be fair, like if there is one thing you can go, don't know if I buy it. It's the Snoke being. Snoke is as big a rip from the original trilogy as there is any in these movies. He's just Palpatine again. Basically, he's the supreme leader instead of the Emperor. He's force sensitive, and he's big, and he's scary, and he's looking for Luke Skywalker. Like that's exactly what was happening in the original trilogy. But regardless, I'm going to key in on this scene because this is one of the best in the movie. That moment whenever Rey says that Finn's with the Resistance, and Finn looks at Han, and Han's immediately like, well, that's bullshit. Really good stuff. Again, just that seasoned veteran thing he's got going. He just knows.
And like, just, I don't know, reminiscing in like old times, and then being able to be like, no, yeah, like this shit is real, and have it feel genuine.
Good
and like,
and evil, dark side and the light.
Like he truly believes in the Jedi. Like there's no doubt in my mind. I don't know, doubt in my mind. It's just so. The Jedi. The visual sense to just have a hologram of just planets for him to
the
walk
universe
through and look through.
Yeah.
Like, okay, thank you.
It surrounds us and it binds us.
Thank
and
you,
like
BB-8.
again, yes, real as fuck. And again, the pointing out that their universe is getting bigger. They're showing us the map to Luke Skywalker, and they're in the middle of it, and then we get a moment like this with Rey going, I never knew there was so much green in the galaxy. And that's the line the first time I watched this where I went head over heels for her. I'm like, this is one of my favorite characters.
So pure. She's so pure. Like I don't know, Luke is pretty, I guess Leia is pure. There's no question about that, I feel like. But Luke kind of was like, there was, some people call him whiny, or like that he was just, I don't know, not
naive.
Yeah, but like I feel like Rey is just a different level of pure, though. Like it is.
Oh
just,
yeah, there's a curiosity, and obviously there was a curiosity with Luke. He wanted to make it off Tatooine. There's no doubt about that. But the fascinating thing about Rey is that she has no desire to leave Jakku. That's again one of the things that is kind of flipping the original narrative on its head. Yes, she's from a sand planet, and yes, she's scrapping to get by and all that good stuff, and she is tied to a planet, but it's willfully. It's not because Uncle Ben's not going to let me go, or not Uncle Ben, Uncle Owen isn't going to let me go. She's staying because she wants to. So whenever her universe, it's thrust onto her that it's getting bigger. When she surrenders to it a little bit, I feel like this is the first step, really, in being like, holy shit, look at how beautiful the universe is.
Yeah, and I just love her pointing the gun too. Like she is just so curious. Like I think that's a really, like, and just wanting to, I don't know, not even like, she's just taking life in as it comes. I feel like, and yeah, it's like back at home in her AT-AT, and you see all those tally marks, and it's like, damn, like you've just been working and scavenging for
wouldn't be nice to you
so long.
God.
And then like, oh my God, no fucking way, you're gonna pay me? You're gonna fucking house me? Like, holy fuck. Yeah, that's life changing, but still, it's like, no, I gotta go back. Like I must go back home.
Girl, man. Yeah, I love Rey. And that's there's a lot of really fair critiques of the sequel trilogy. It's not that there's anything that there's plenty of disingenuous bad faith critiques. There's tons of them out there, and you see those mostly, but every once in a while stuff sneaks through where you're like, no movie's perfect. No trilogy of movies is going to be perfect. There's going to be flaws in the overarching story. There's going to be holes that you can poke. That's just going to happen. One of the complaints, as it were, that I understand but don't entirely jive with is the lack of a plan. And I do think that ultimately does affect the movies negatively. Don't get me wrong. But I also think it's unfair to be like, because like if you take it in the way that's like, well, there was clearly no plan, and therefore I'm going to view everything through the lens that there was no plan. And none of it jives, and none of it goes together because there was no plan. And I feel like a lot of people take that bad faith idea and run with it. Where, I don't know, there wasn't a plan for the original trilogy, you know? And like, we don't go, well, there was no plan and none of it ties together. But, you know, at the time, people were like, Return of the Jedi is such kiddie bullshit compared to Empire Strikes Back. And they didn't even like Return of the Jedi at the time, you know?
The
so
cycle.
Like,
the cycle just
is,
continues.
it's always going to keep going. And, yeah, I don't know. So when it comes to Rey's character, you know, with the whole, you're no one, you're nobody, oh, actually, you're this, and, you know, like, I understand that not working for people. That's not something that I'm like, obviously, that's perfect storytelling. No, it is what it is, but exactly that, it is what it is. Once that is what the case is, I don't know. I like to enjoy the movies I'm watching, you know, so I try to view it as forgivingly as I can. Now, are there things that you can't get past, that you can't forgive? Absolutely. And that's fair. Stuff like that happens. Just, I would advise most to remember to, you know, take it under advisement and give things a fair shake. Cause I mean, I don't know. Wouldn't you rather like the thing you're watching than not?
I mean, look at that Star Destroyer. Holy fuck. Like, I mean, just every single shot is actually insane in this movie. And it's just, yeah, no, I have so much more fun with these movies now. It's so effortless to watch. I mean, like, Star Wars has always been that way, but there has been this weird thing with the sequels where I wasn't, I don't know, it was that lens of being, oh, yeah, this is, you know, going up and down and no true plan of the trilogy. But it's like, if I just accept the story as what is laid out before me, which is exactly what happened in the OT, is like, it's just, it makes Snoke cooler. It makes Palpatine cooler. Yeah. It makes like that these returns, I don't know, like all the gripes that I had turned into weird advantages for the movie at that point.
And I think that's absolutely fair because you want to give it a fair shake. You want to enjoy it for what it is. And, you know, I think revisionist history is obviously always going to play a part in fandom, and with the prequels specifically, that has obviously happened. But I think it's interesting the way the story even kind of plays with that concept, specifically with Kylo. You know, you just saw him talking to his grandfather's spirit with Vader, and, you know, he feels the pull towards the light, and he's actively resenting it and avoiding it.
The Oppo, we get opposite of Anakin. Yeah,
it is, you know, and there's this idea that, you know, I'm gonna finish what you started. You know, well, are you? You know, like, what do you think that he started? What do you think he was trying to achieve? Because, you know, I'm not a Vader apologist, but Anakin obviously comes back, and, you know, does not, in the end, thinks that what he did was wrong. So it's one of those things where it's like, how has Snoke and Palpatine, you know, manipulated him in a capacity that has created this perception? And again, in universe, Luke forgives Anakin a ton more than Leia does. And so I wonder how much his mom's influence has on his perception of Vader, which is that he was evil. He was a bad man.
Yeah.
There was nothing good about this guy. He held my shoulder as I watched my planet die. You know, like that's a terrible person. And regardless of if he threw the fucking Emperor down a shaft, you know what? He did 20 years of terrorizing the galaxy, and there's nothing that anyone can say that'll make me forgive that. And you know what? Fair.
Yeah, I bet so Palpatine and Snoke actually be saying like, and think about his best friend, his master that actually sliced off all of his limbs and left him to burn and die. Like, I feel like it's super easily manipulative, like from the other way. Yeah.
100%. And that's like what the dark side is. So I love Kylo kind of playing with that. I know we've dwelled on that for a second. There's been plenty of development here. Finn's even confessed to actually being a First Order pilot, and he's getting out of here. And the heartbreak on Rey's face, the betrayal, the kind of like, dude, what the fuck, man? Like, regardless, don't you see? Like, don't you see now that you can't just walk away?
Yeah. There's something bigger. I don't know. You wanted to be in the Resistance, kind of. You know, he took that role on. He was like, oh, actually, I guess maybe it was kind of like a oh shit spur of the moment. Like, oh yeah, I can't just say I'm a First Order trooper. But it's I think that this was always like part of me that's like, man, really, you were gonna just leave, and like they gave him so many options to actually come back. And like to actually say, oh, okay, no. But I love that, the second the fight does break out.
The coldness in her eyes here, where she's like, because he did just confess, And then this is one of those parts that does feel love. You feel like love, like I ran away from there and I ran right into you and you looked at me like no one ever had. And, like that's incredibly intimate.
Yeah. And like her saying, don't go, just that's
and then him asking to come, like, come with me. Don't go. And that's classic shit right there. Like that's quintessential, refusal of the call by Finn here, hero's journey stuff where he is, he's offered the chance to be the good guy and he's like, I've got to do what I've got to do. And this part where the Force calls to her, Finn wants so badly for her to still be there looking for him or following him. And when if she is, I think he doesn't leave. But he looks back and she's already turned her back. And he leaves, now maybe he wouldn't have come back, but regardless, there's an interesting parallel there with the first thing she hears from the vision being no, come back. I've never really put that together as far as Finn leaving, and then she immediately thinks of who else she had great affection for leaving and all that good stuff.
It's the Force being like, wait, no, you two actually belong. You need to be together for important things to happen. So but you need to go through this very important thing first. I guess like Finn also has like he had the perspective of I was in the First Order, I know how powerful they are, we have no fucking shot of standing a chance against them, we have to get as far away from here as possible. So it is like there is a true fear that he does have, and like he 100%. Is a target, obviously, like he knows he is like a prime target for the First Order right now. So it's reasonable. I don't have like much of a gripe of him actually wanting to leave.
No, 100%. It's not like, oh, dude, come on, you're fucking up. You're, like you're being a bad guy. No, he's not being a bad guy. He's just being, and I wouldn't even call it selfish. Like it makes sense. He wants to protect her too, but he's got to do what he's got to do. And ultimately, what he doesn't do? Leave.
Once the fight breaks out, he immediately is like, where's Rey? He's like,
this vision is so fucking clean.
Dude, the theories that I fucking
corridors on Cloud City there, and then growing much more personal here by seeing
the GOAT.
Luke, R2.
Sorry, not Luke. The GOAT. I mean, R2.
Yeah,
it's like, but both. They're both the GOAT. I mean, I can't say Luke is not the GOAT either. But man, this vision was, I don't know how many times I replayed it. Like once it finally came out on, I guess, how did I replay? I don't know at the time. Yeah, Disney Plus was a thing. Yeah,
it wasn't. It was
like, man, how would I have watched
Disney
this movie?
Plus?
I guess
Disney Plus launched a month before Rise of Skywalker.
Oh my, that's gnarly to actually put in the timeline there. That's like, oh my god, this is 2015. Yeah, it had to have been DVD. I guess we got it for Christmas. So I feel I guess it was just DVD. Oh my god, that's so much better. Could have been on
TV too, recorded. That was the way I used to remembering that used to be how I watched a lot of movies. Was like, ooh, that's going to be on. I'll record that and fast forward the commercials,
DVR. Oh my lord. Yes, this is insane to think of the amount of ways that I've watched this movie. and now it's finally circled back to the physical. It started with the physical, it ends with the physical.
It ends with the physical.
Mm-hmm.
And we haven't talked at all about Maz Kanata.
Dude.
Incredible CG design. Really, really incredible performance by Lupita Nyong'o, and it's one that they don't take nearly as much advantage of as they should. This is one of the gripes with the sequels that I can absolutely understand, which is why is Maz not a bigger part of the movies?
Yeah. She's fucking badass. Like she is Yoda.
She's absolutely
but
awesome.
not I don't know. She's like, she's been running this place for 1,000 years. She's like, I feel like she's another kind of like worshiper of the Force.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like she.
I am no Jedi, but I know the Force. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
You live a certain amount of time, and there's just this undeniable, like it does exist. We know it exists in their reality, but
oh man,
close your eyes, feel it. Cool. And Daisy fucking Ridley, dude, like she is. Gosh, she's one of my favorite actresses working, and I obviously because I love Star Wars, I love that she played Rey. And I have these 3 movies that I will, and hopefully eventually 4 or 5, who knows how many movies she'll be a part of. You know, I'm super glad I'll always have these movies, but damn, I would love. It took a while for her to book anything after The Rise of Skywalker.
No, man, that's just sad.
Because she was Rey, and people didn't like Daisy Ridley because she was Rey. And people didn't like these movies, and but she eventually did start booking some more smaller indie stuff, with Sometimes I Think About Dying. That's an incredible movie. She did Magpie last year. Great thriller. She was in a Disney movie last year called Young Woman in the Sea, which was about the first woman to ever swim the English Channel.
Oh yeah, I remember seeing the previews.
Really fun movie. I mean, not a fun movie, but like surprisingly, like no shit, this is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. But Domhnall Gleeson, another performer that just kills it, dude. Hitler light here
to a T. I mean, dude's killing it as Hitler, Space Hitler. I mean, it's pretty inarguable. I actually like this dude is actually.
Oh yeah, they
worse
do a
than
Nazi
Hitler.
salute. Yeah,
it's crazy. This dude is he's done worse. He took 5 planets
he took out an entire solar system. Yeah, that's pretty sinister.
While also harnessing an entire star to do it, because that's how it recharges.
A sun.
It took a star.
Also, it's actively moving through hyperspace,
dude. Yeah, what the hell? That is so OP. It's so it's the Death Star.
Yeah, Star Killer Base is unfair.
Yeah, that's how the fuck does it move? How do you get that thing to move? How do you through
That's one of my favorite things
too.
about like when they concern themselves with the physics of it, which is funny to do in Star Wars anyway. But the actual reason that the sun's power coming through what looks like a rectangle is because that is what it would look like if it was moving at the speed of light.
Oh.
And I can't remember the exact science behind it, but I remember hearing that is why it looks like that. It was like it was some podcast I listened to where like they had an actual astrophysicist on, and he explained that is why it looks like that.
Oh man, this is terrifying. I mean, you just go outside. It's just like, entire planetary destruction.
We're done.
At one time.
And the fact that you can see it from Takadana, incredible touch.
Dude, yeah, I know. Like, holy shit, that is like seeing the Game of Thrones White Comet or Red Comet, but on way worse. That is like not a good omen of dragons to come.
Funny you mentioned Game of Thrones. The gentleman with the goggles that was standing directly behind Han Solo there was Syrio Forel, trainer of Arya Stark in season 1 of Game of Thrones.
Let's go. That's actually
the water dancer. Yeah. So that's just a funny little comparison for you to make immediately as I was thinking about that.
The subconscious, I guess.
The subconscious,
maybe
the Force.
Yeah.
The Force. BB-8's so fucking sweet, man.
Dude,
he's just like a little puppy
cute.
dog.
He's so cute, and I love how Poe gives him the little rubbies or belly rubs.
Yeah, he gives him little scratchies.
Yeah, it's so good. And he's like, my boy. Where's my, or what does he call him? Where's my droid? Or I think just my droid. I think is what he says. Like,
my boy. Where's my boy?
It's like it feels like where's my good little boy? He's just a little dog. Like,
where's my good little guy?
Where'd you get
so
that?
pimp.
Like, where the fuck did you get that?
Yeah, J.J. Abrams did say that this is a part of the movie that they had originally kind of envisioned as the vision sequence for Rey. It would be how the saber ended up here, and then they decided to make it much more personal and not just the journey of the saber, kind of laying the seeds for what would come for her instead, which is probably the correct story choice.
Yeah, I like that much more. Yeah, it was. I don't know if I want. I don't know. Like, is that ever been told in novels? Actually,
No,
story?
that's a story that I don't think has
Wow.
ever even been touched, which is insane that nobody's touched that yet.
Wow.
And it probably, the fact that it hasn't yet, 10 years on, does indicate to me that they want to tell it, and it's kind of off limits.
Yeah, don't touch this one. Actually,
Clean.
Yeah.
Blew his shit smooth off.
And she's like, "Oh shit!" She's like, "Wait, oh, is that the
She's
first
like-
person I've ever killed?" Like,
He's like, I just killed a guy.
yeah, like there's no turning back now. You know, that's over.
Yeah,
But
you're
these
a
are
rebel.
Yeah, I guess these are stormtroopers, but like I also feel so terrible for them because they were conditioned from birth, and it's like, damn,
Right,
every one of
yeah,
them that
there's
dies,
a-
it's like, fuck.
Well, and that's what's interesting about Finn as a character is that Finn is proof that they're capable of that.
True.
You know,
Yeah.
so.
But
They're-
man, but they feel like they also like I feel like they're also trapped. Like there's just no escape.
there's a tragedy.
Like-
There's a tragedy to be sure.
Mhm.
But that is the complication of a character like Finn, is that he does simultaneously speak to their capability to smooth off. What a fucking G.
Oh, that was so good.
So there's he speaks to this capability of them to be able to shake it, and obviously the Rise of Skywalker expands upon that with Janna. And her whole battalion laying down their arms, and they kind of go, it's the Force, it's the Force guiding you.
Yeah, for the second time he shoots it in canon history. Like, I mean, that thing
Boom.
fucking bangs.
The
I mean,
bowcaster's
holy
OP.
shit. Yeah,
I
that's-
like this thing.
Like Chewie's, he's been around the block too. He's Maz's boyfriend. So like they get down and dirty.
Bro's been around the block.
Maz was like, "Where's my boyfriend?" She said that in the. I mean,
This
Oh, yeah.
This is a clean fight, and I love, canonically, there is a reason he is slightly capable with a lightsaber and why this guy is prepared to fight somebody with a lightsaber. And it's that the First Order did train their stormtroopers to fight against lightsabers. Because they knew they didn't make the same mistake the Empire did, which is go, the Jedi don't exist. They're not real. They went, they are real. They're out there. Let's prepare for that.
Because I feel like that's Kylo's true only plan is just, I want to kill all the Jedi. Like that. He just wants to be, and Luke being the biggest one, he wants to mark off his list. And yeah, just all resources to kill Luke.
Die.
Yeah. But
this is this. This is like a chills moment every single
The
time.
Mist, bro. What
Mist,
a fucking nice decision.
It's
to have
Han's
slide
line
low.
though, right here.
It's the resistance.
It's the resistance.
Come
Let's
on, man.
fucking cook, dude. And then Poe's
Attack
the first
formation.
one, leading the shit.
Yep.
Like,
Don't let him get you. Yeah, like just go
Yeah.
straight on, man. And they're
This
like,
dude bodies, I'm pretty sure 11.
Dude, I know. I want to
ships.
count. I do want to count this time
One.
because
That's
I
not
think
him.
it's a
My
little later.
bad.
It's
That-
whenever Finn looks up, and it's I mean
Yeah.
it's a oneer, and bro
Oh,
goes
it's clean.
off.
It's
I mean,
clean as fuck.
he just kills so
Let's
many.
ride.
And yeah, like this, dude. I mean, come on. This is. It just
There he
doesn't
is.
get.
Precision shots. Those were all Poe.
Yeah, that was nuts. That was Poe is very confident in his abilities.
Poe is him.
Yeah, that is. But yeah, the blaster saber combo. To be able
Clean.
to do it with
1,
Poe.
2, 3,
Okay,
4,
3,
5.
6. I mean, that
6.
one's dying. Yeah, it has 6. Yeah. Okay, and some troopers.
We'll count that as 7, 8,
7,
9, 10, 11. Yep, 11.
11.
That's
and
one
probably
hell of a
much
pilot.
more. And that's just in one shot. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
that's
he's
just what he did in
Bro's
those
still going.
in those 25 seconds. The dent he put in their attack force is insane.
One X-wing. Yeah, it is. It is truly the pilot. It is.
Dude.
Not.
We're finally obviously approaching the point where, regardless of how you feel about the Kylo Rey romance, which, there's a lot of Reylos, and I find myself very back and forth on it. I remember the first time I watched it, I was like, whenever they kiss in The Rise of Skywalker, I'm like, I remember being like, oh, okay. Like that's the tone we're taking. But there's a really, really fascinating and compelling chemistry. Again, going with that, this is what the story is. Let's view it through that lens. Like let's give it that shake, where they do have a really, really fascinating tension and chemistry. And, people love the enemies to lovers trope. There's no doubt about that. And I don't think that it's strictly something the movie felt like it was setting up. But it ultimately is what it's doing. So I try to give it that, again, that fair shake.
Yeah, and then being a dyad, I guess, like it literally, like the Force deems them almost like star-crossed lover. Like that. I mean, this is just destined to be.
And the only thing you can compare it to, as far as the stories we've watched are concerned, is Luke kind of being able to know that there's good in his father. Like he looks at his dad and he knows he's in there. I can get him out. And so there's the anti-Reylos I also don't really get, like the ones who are like, absolutely not, that sucks, it's bad. Like how could she possibly forgive him for what he's done and what he does, and all that stuff. And it again, it's how good she is. It's how good of a person she is to be able to see through it and go, I know the real you. I've seen it. I know you're in there. John Boyega killing it. Finn as a character, just impeccable. Running straight towards the danger. The nose he's repeating, incredible performance again. And he obviously delivers what is probably Finn's most iconic repeated line.
Yes.
Which is Ray.
Oh man, that was so good. You went so loud that I could hear it, but it blew out the microphone. Yeah, that was good. But then the real return. Yeah, no.
Yeah, this is the one that counts. And God, his anticipation.
There she is.
I love Leia, man. And I love Chewie being like, you know what? I'm gonna say hi. I'm gonna scoot. I'll. What's up, Leia? I missed you. That's my boo.
She's like, we actually have no beef at all.
We outside. Like that's my girl right here, Han. I'm gonna let y'all finish, but I gotta get mines. He's like, let me get in a good hug, and then I'll get to stepping. And I love the beef that Chewie says, your imitation Chewie being like they don't have beef. Obviously it's the same beef they always had though. And they're, again, going back to those critiques that you hear about the trilogy, which is that it's ridiculous that they don't end up together. I completely disagree with that. There's fairy tale wise, which is what the original Star Wars trilogy always felt like. Yeah, they live happily ever after. It is what it is. But if you look at the characters of Han and Leia and who they were and what they did and how stubborn they both were, and they love to do what they do, and that's how they do things. It makes 100% sense that ultimately their marriage doesn't work out simply on the basis of them being different. And not on a loss of love, it's very clear that their love doesn't go away. And when you have a physical embodiment of the darkness of your life, and that is a direct result of your coupling, gonna be tough.
Damn,
gonna be tough.
we just defeated the last masked dude, and then now we literally birthed the next one, and then like, damn,
Oh, man.
that shit. Yeah, like and here it is.
Yeah, sorry. I know we're
The
talking.
lip bite.
We'll get
It's
more
about
of
to
that,
happen.
But this
we
is,
gotta get there. I mean, it's
now,
happening right now.
tell me this man isn't horny for Finn here.
That's
like.
I mean, why I
Even
was
that,
trying
just-
to ask about the love condition from birth, is this truly the first, like Rey, you know, as I think maybe there, but he meets Poe before, no wait. Yeah, he meets Poe before Rey.
Yeah,
so
he meets
like
Poe first.
Poe would actually be his first love. Or like first anything.
Poe names him.
This is true. This literally, I mean, come on. I mean, yeah, he's like, and I mean, it's kind of over. I don't know. Like, Poe was first. Sorry, Rey. Like, I don't know. Like, even
we have shots like this that just make me so happy. That's Billy Lord wearing Princess Leia buns. That is Carrie Fisher's daughter.
It's so
just
isn't
really
she later on, like in the I think this is actually The Last Jedi. Whenever Poe deters and like goes, you know, says like, oh no,
she's kind of commanding the base and everything. Yeah.
Oh yes, that's just nice.
Lieutenant Connix.
Yeah. The good old map of Luke. Where is he? Well, actually, we don't know. It's like
Classic MacGuffins.
They gave us a solar system in a galaxy. So I mean, like, I mean, fair. But R2, come on, R2. Bro coulda came in clutch right here, you know, but it wouldn't have been the right time. He knew, you know, R2 or Luke, you know, whatever force
R2
beam.
is also one with the Force.
He is.
It is known.
Yeah, I mean, there he is. You know, now actually not Vision R2, we get real R2 up in here, and yeah, the two. I mean, damn, I love the design of both of them. It's so like they took R2 and just made it, I don't know, cooler maybe is the wrong word, because I want to build an R2 before I want to build a BB-8, but right. I definitely want to build both of them in my lifetime. The BB-8's just significantly harder, I feel like.
I just discovered something. I got new AirPods today for Christmas. My left one is connected to my iPad playing music, and my right one is connected to my phone talking.
What? That's a feat. Dude, that's actually kind of
I'm listening to the Force Awakens soundtrack on loop while we do this.
Dude.
I did not realize that was possible. Just accidentally happened upon that. I don't even know if I'd be able to do it if I tried. Just wanted to mention that real quick because that's incredible.
Whenever I record, I listen to you through wired air or just Apple earbuds, but then I have my headset plugged into my computer.
That's how I just discovered it.
Yeah,
I was taking out my headphones because my ears were starting to hurt, and I was just going to switch them, which I don't know what that would have actually accomplished, by the way, which is funny now in retrospect saying it out loud, because I just would have been putting something else back in the ears. But I put the left one in to transfer the audio, and then my music started playing, and I was like, holy shit, this is incredible. But okay. Anywho, sorry, locking back in.
Han and Leia really, they're
in the thick of it. This is what we were talking about, though.
Yeah, I did have the beef at first of like, man, it does feel kind of weird that like they split up and just Han got right back into what he was doing before. But it's like, well, now that I look at more of it through the lens of like they went through Kylo Ren becoming Kylo Ren, and viewing that as like, holy shit, yeah.
Not to mention, they were a post-war marriage, and that's, they got back from the war that they just won. They got married on the forest moon of Endor in the Ewok village. Like they got married right there, right then. Like that's. That's a lot of highs you're riding straight into that marriage, and when real life sets in, it might look different. But
I guess one is
this is the scene though. Again, that expectation, taking off the mask and going, oh, that's a good looking young man right there.
Yeah, look at that. Like, oh shit, that's not a scarred,
and
ugly.
One of the best things about this trilogy of movies for me, Adam Driver is a relatively established actor come this point. Now, it's been mostly in TV. He was in a show called Girls on HBO, But he had done a couple things with Noah Baumbach. He'd been in Francis Ha. He's still a young actor. But the difference in the way he looks in this movie versus The Last Jedi, and then what he looks like at the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker versus the end of The Rise of Skywalker is one of the most fascinating visual character choices I've ever seen in Star Wars. Right here, when he's still conflicted, he still feels the draw to the light. He's not burying himself in the dark yet, but he's trying to get there. He still has a very youthful, sweet exuberance, not sweet. He's not a good guy. He doesn't seem like a good guy here, but he looks the way he does at the end of The Rise of Skywalker, whenever him and Rey make eye contact through the Force. And they do the lightsaber handoff, and he looks at the camera,
Let's dance.
That's how he looks young again, he looks, but that darkness rotting him and aging him, and it makes him pale, and it makes him look sick, almost like it's a really, really great choice. And especially when you deal with a character who wears a mask so often. He's also a great mask actor. He does a great job with that physicality. He has, as I've said before, that girth.
He do. Yes, he do. He's always got it. I guess, this was the introduction for me.
Look at that. The way, the power stance.
Yeah. I am seeping into memories of your brain, but wait a minute, what?
And again, the idea that they're not doing anything.
Yeah, no. This is just pure acting.
And the way he grimaces is that's so I love how vulnerable actors have to be, because that is so fucking funny.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God, how do you not just bust out? Yeah, no, you have to be so in it. You have to just go full in.
And it's a really, really fascinating surrendering of yourself. It's acting is inherently humble, which is why it's so funny that so many actors are so goddamn arrogant. And oftentimes the most arrogant actors are the ones who do the least acting in movies. They kind of play themselves and are movie stars because of the way they look, and they don't have to do much. They're action heroes. They both are just incredibly humble performers, and being able to give yourself over to something like this, like Adam Driver and Daisy Ridley do, it can't be that easy, and they make it look like nothing.
Yeah. I think Snoke, even General Hux, I view him more as the Tarkin, of this movie now, which I think before, he's always kind of been the boot of the joke, or just kind of there.
Well, he kind of becomes the butt of the joke.
Yeah. That's
which
true.
That might be he might be the only character where if you go, I do not like the way they took him, I can be okay with that.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't even think that he become, I think it's actually kind of funny. I don't know. Or I am the spy. I don't know. It's I don't know. At this, I don't really have beef with that. But no, I think it was, that shot of just Kylo and Hux being right next to each other, and Snoke just being over them. It's you need that the Sith figure, or the one that carries the lightsaber, but you do need that Tarkin that is just going to go around being all right, I'm going to wipe out 5 planets right now. That's a good idea. See preparations. Holy shit, you just did that?
No, and I think it's really interesting to depict the evolution of evil by way of Vader and Tarkin versus Kylo and Hux.
Yeah.
Which at the time, when it was the Vietnam War was happening, and the villains were and don't get me wrong, the villains are still these people, but the rich old white guys who are sending kids off to die for them in a needless, meaningless, why are we even there war? You know what I'm saying? They're fascists, and they're making something happen that doesn't need to be happening, in the name of what? And that's kind of the problem and the lens that you're looking at Vader and Tarkin through, where we're in the rise of the incel in 2015, which is much more aligning with Kylo Ren and Admiral Hux.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I mean, he's not even Darth Vader's son. He's Darth Vader's grandson. You know,
he's Darth Vader's grandson.
You're not even,
and
you're him twice removed. You know, so that's you already got it against you. I mean, but at the same time, you are Han Solo and Princess Leia's kid. So I mean, actually, you're kind of already him, built in. But no, yeah, he's. I've never really had beef with Kylo's storyline ever. Like I feel like
I've never had beef with Kylo.
Been really really cool, and like the whole way through, I think like that battle, like it makes it all at Rise of Skywalker worth it. Yeah, fuck that. Here's my
fuck that.
Fucking laying my dick out on the table.
I love that reaction from Harrison Ford from Han Solo, because like so it's big. Yeah. Like the original one that was small could still blow up a fucking planet. You know, like he's like, yeah, I know this can kill 5. I get it. But there's got to be a way to blow it up. It's too good. I love it.
Yep.
There's always a way to do that. Too good.
Han's right. He looks at Leia like, huh? What did you say? Like,
holy shit. He's like, you've changed.
You would never say that before. Yeah, that is
right.
But no, yeah, of course. Right here. Cripple it down to the core. I mean, you got to have a way to blow it up. This one, I love how the Death Star was put in by Galen Erso, you know, and be like, hey, here, I'm going to hide this here and not let them know it. This one's actually just a design flaw, you know, unless we have
the scale of it. Yeah. You know, like they literally built it into a planet, which is
you don't have to go in a trench anymore. It's actually just fucking as big as a mountain. So
it's inherently not controllable if you are building into a natural structure.
I like that. I was about to headcanon that there is a Galen or so equivalent that worked on Starkiller, but no, I think they're all so fucked by this time that, I don't know, Finn seems like the only gleam of light that came out of the First Order. That is, like, he's the only positive thing that ever came out. Oh, Hux, I guess, turned, you know, he made his... But
Hux turns, Janna and her battalion, who laid down their arms and come episode 9.
Hux also took out 5. Yeah. Oh, man. No,
I've always hated watching you leave. That's why I did it. So you'd miss me. Like, again, just so... man. And you get a whole other layer of just devastation, obviously, from watching Carrie Fisher portray this iconic character that made her an icon. But... Again, another real world thing that I'm always so compelled by was their actual fling that occurred in real life. Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher's. And she's really vulnerable about it in a book called The Princess Diarist. I think is what it's called. Where she writes it. She basically kept a diary while she was on the set of Star Wars. And it's about that was pretty much the major thing happening for her behind the scenes at the time. So a lot of it is about that. And kind of listening to how vulnerable she gets about that and kind of being like, and you know, now that she's an adult, like there's no ill will or anything, not now that she's an adult, she was an adult at the time, but very, very young adult. 19, 20 at the time. True. While Harrison Ford was 33, 34, you know, which not a great look for Harrison Ford, but it puts into perspective. She talks about how he, you know, his perception of it never really changed. And like, the more she grew up, the more she was like, damn, you know, like the more she felt like, damn, like you were a 33-year-old fucking guy and you had shit figured out, you know, you were a grown man, you were married.
Yeah. Very different lives that they were
very
living.
Different lives. So yeah, just always interesting to think about for me whenever I see them on screen together. Is just
she's not actually a princess in real life. She actually plays it so well that like I actually do feel like she's just royalty.
I regard her as royalty. I do.
She grew up on Alderaan. I don't know. Like it's just kind of how it is. Like but no, yeah, it's just secure the ship. one girl, mask back on though, gotta
so
gotta stay. I feel like he is so youthful, because like he does have to play up the bad guy role.
He tries to be worse than he is.
Because like Vader is maybe scarier with his mask off. Is like you actually want him to put it on. I think if you're in the same room with him. So yeah, it's like just the polar opposite. It is like even George says the movies rhyme. But like they're doing it in a way, but flipping so many things. Like
absolutely. They flip a lot on their head. We'll use the Force. That's not how the Force works. Oh man.
But it worked out. Like this very crucial. What's going on here?
And actually, Han, I'm sorry.
Fuck.
I'm sorry, Han. It kind of is how the Force works.
True. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Oh man.
Damn.
I love how much they emphasize the power of the bowcaster.
Holy shit. I mean, that dude just got fucking rocked. I mean, that is... I need to play Battlefront. I don't know how. I need to...
Battlefront 2 is so much fun. And there are a lot of locations in this movie that I'm like, I know my way around.
God. FN2187 would be so hard. Her little pew, 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 her little like pistol she's got. I don't know.
Oh, Captain Phasma? Yeah.
Who did I even say?
You said FN2187, which was Finn's stormtrooper name.
Wow. Okay. I just went.
Yeah, Phasma is in the game, and she is sick.
Man, that would be, that'd be nice. But yeah, love how like actually all of her talents come in very, very handy here. Like she's like, all right, I'm gonna fuck.
Oh yeah.
I climb in the broken down versions of these. This is like
this shit's gonna be light.
She's like,
this is light mode. And I love the fact that she is always so resourceful and everything. And, another one of those massive, massive critiques is the Mary Sue thing. That is the one you hear probably the most from insecure little whiny bitch boys. And there's an element of truth to the idea that she is far more capable than she has any experience that justifies how talented she is. But there's also there's a side of that critique that implies that she doesn't make mistakes, which is very, very blatantly untrue. People go, well, she's the only one who makes it all the way through without, getting hurt. She doesn't lose a limb and she doesn't, get a scar or anything. But dude, she eats shit a lot, and it kind of, again, it goes back to that idea where you get this idea of the movie in your head and you go, that's how I'm going to view everything. I'm going to view it this disingenuously. I'm going to view it, and then you sway your own perception when you think like that, which is why these massive YouTubers who get online and go, here's why this movie's fucking bad and why you shouldn't like it. And then, I mean, like, we all fall victim to that a little bit. It's not, I mean, at one point when you're much more impressionable, like when this comes out when you are 15 or, like you're like, oh shit, good point. Wow, yeah, why can't she do all this? Like, no, fuck that. Because she can. It's a story. Damn, dude.
We all really don't deny that Luke's kind of the GOAT, and he's just a farmer that is actually like dumber, like way dumber than Rey.
And it's because they want the exposition. They need the exposition, Why can Luke hit a shot like that? Well, because he's hitting those little fucking guys, the little wombat guys with his T-16 back home, like, well, fuck that. That's not the same as shooting a fucking gun into a into a battle station. And like you said, they don't have Rey say lines that are like, this is why I can do this.
Yeah.
They showed you at the beginning all the stuff that she's capable of doing.
No, she's actually done this shit before. It's like she's been trained for it her whole life or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
And not to mention that she's incredibly force sensitive. I don't know.
She's like
that's
the awakening of the Force embodied right now. So I don't know. Maybe the Force is at play. Maybe I'm taking quite a leap there.
And again, the Force being at play here, where he's like, I gotta find Rey. He's like, well, what's this? What are you doing? Why are you doing
turn
this?
around, bro? Yeah, just like, hey, just look 180. I promise. It all makes sense. Boom. And Han's like, damn, nope, it's fucking real. God damn it. Every time. It's like
He's like, dude.
Yep.
And, it's a moment like that where, he's going, maybe it is how the Force works.
Yeah, he's like, damn. Maybe I just got to start hoping for shit, just like, but really, I mean, like, yeah, at a fair point, like putting the entire resistance at risk, this is very hinged on them getting the shield down. But
this is the moment I feel the first sense of platonics going on. This hugging reunion doesn't feel romantic. I don't know why it doesn't feel romantic to me. But it's the first time that I feel like they're just happy to see each other and not in a way it's like, oh, I missed you so terribly. It's like, you're safe. I'm safe. I'm so glad. And it's not like
it's like, oh,
I don't know. And I feel like that is kind of a moment that shifts the tone for the way that they are. I came for you. I came to find you. You're the homie. Let's do this. Like, let's make it out of here.
They're in the thick of it. I mean, I love that, like, they're, I mean, just absolutely at the top tier of this war that's going on right now. And, like, yeah, it is why he becomes General 2, General 1 and 2, co-general, what's the correct way to refer to Pin or Poe and Finn? I just did Pin. Is it Pin or is it Foe? The ship name. For them.
It's Finpo, actually. It's just both of their whole names.
Yeah. Oh, Finpo. That might be cleaner. Poe, Dameron. I guess we have a. Finn doesn't have a last name. I guess it is just Finn.
Damn Finn. That might be a good one.
Damn Finn. Poe. Yes. Damn Finn. This is. I mean, yeah. Finn needs a last name, so bro needs to get married. And I think
Finn Dameron.
Yeah, Finn Skywalker. No, you don't want like him to take the last name. I don't know. Then it's like, well, I don't know. That does seem kind of badass, actually. Like, either way it goes, I feel like that is kind of baller. Bro becomes Sky. You have to take the last name of whoever you're marrying if you just simply don't have one. But yeah, this, oh man, it's just this, why did it have to go this way? It's Han's wish. It was fucking, Harrison Ford's wish for the longest since Return of the Jedi. He was like, just kill me, dude. This is just the way it has to go. But here it's like, I don't know. I feel like Harrison Ford maybe would have wanted to, I guess he does get to come back in Force Ghost mode. But not Force Ghost, real.
Yeah,
that's Leia. That's Leia doing Luke shit. I feel like.
Yeah.
But no. Yes, this is just a moment. And fucking when just.
Well, and one of the things that I love and I kind of take for granted as, a fan who's loved this movie for 10 years is I know Kylo Ren is Ben Solo. I know he's Han and Leia's daughter and, all that good stuff. But this moment, whenever Han Solo reveals Kylo's name,
Ben.
And he yells out,
Ben. True.
That, and it's not only like just the weight of the moment in context of the world, it is a performance thing. There's something about that line delivery when he yells Ben, the desperation, like there's just the love even. I don't know, like he just digs into it. One word. Oh, God, it's good.
And he's like,
and it stops him in his tracks.
Yeah, he's like, huh? And that is not. Why'd you have to meet on a bridge, bro? Why'd you?
Well, I guess
cooked.
Han Solo, I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Yeah, I wish it could have gone different. Usually, you say when you fall into a pit, a large, and you don't see the body die, that it's like maybe they're actually still alive. But I think this one
really cute detail I forgot to point out, and I'm so sorry that I'm now bringing this up. When they were outside, Rey was wearing Finn's jacket. because she was cold.
Oh,
Very cute. And then when they run in there, Finn is adjusting it like he's putting it on again.
Yeah, that's
So again, back to a little bit of that romantic thing. I kind of get what I kind of get why anybody thinks that.
because you feel like when he or Kylo or Ben kisses her at the end there, it's like, oh, really? This is where we're going. But if Finn and Rey kissed, it would be like, oh, yay. It's like, oh,
well,
fuck,
and
finally.
come Rise of Skywalker, though, there's also kind of an element where, like, it almost seemed beyond romantic attachment. But we're going to lock in here.
True. It's about to go down.
Because this is the moment. I actually knew this happened going into the movie. This wasn't a surprise for me. Which sucks.
Like first viewing?
Yeah, I got a spoiler for this.
Oh, damn.
Which was that Han Solo died.
Oh my god.
Never missed an opening night again. Rogue One, Last Jedi, Solo, Rise of Skywalker. Thursday night previews only after that.
Oh, man, I could
But it didn't take away from the weight of it. In fact, it made me appreciate every moment with Harrison Ford all the more.
Damn,
with Han
you
Solo
knew
all
it
the
was
more.
coming, and you knew it was like, it's gotta be right. I don't know. This fucking probably
No, well, and
feels
even
like
in my head at the time, I'm going, nah, I heard wrong.
like,
I'm going,
be.
nah, that's bullshit.
I'm
going, this is bullshit. But again, visual storytelling wise, the choice to have the light coming through and his face being split by red and blue lighting, very obvious choice, but just a really, really nice touch. And again, getting to watch Harrison Ford do things he never got to do as Han Solo. There's an argument to be made that both he and Mark Hamill deliver their best performances as Luke Skywalker and Han Solo in these movies. And it's because they just get to do something new, something you hadn't seen before. And the weight of this moment has always been incredibly profound. And you've got titans acting across from each other. Two guys who are having a girth off.
Yeah. They both got that girth. They're fucking girthing off.
They do. Nuts. And then they're girthing off. The complete red, the struggle that happens here, and it's all in the face. Both of them, everybody. It's all faces. And this moment when he reaches out and touches his face, everybody is just on point. And then this choice right here, the shuddering thank you. Oh my God. Dude, it's just a heartbreaking expression on Harrison Ford's face where he still loves and sees his son.
Like he just
but can't believe it's come to this.
It's like, you know you're done. Like
I was just killed by my boy. That being a moment you get to sit with Harrison Ford, and then this cut to Carrie Fisher as Leia, feeling him. Oh man. And not only feeling him, but being connected to Ben,
knowing
and feeling that he did it.
Yeah, damn. Bro took a bowcaster shot. Actually, I never thought.
And again, thank you for pointing that out. They've been emphasizing the entire goddamn movie how powerful that weapon is.
Yeah.
How incredibly powerful and deadly that weapon is. He eats a bowcaster shot to the hip, and then people want to be like, how did Rey beat him in a lightsaber fight? Bro, he got shot with the most powerful gun in the movie.
He constantly punches that shit. He's like, it is.
Yeah, and they emphasize that they emphasize that he's bleeding like a motherfucker because of it too.
I mean, took a full bowcaster shot to the rib, dude. I mean, that's damn.
Dude's not gonna. The fact that he makes it this far is a goddamn miracle. He beats them out there.
And he's like, I feel like I haven't seen him pop up yet, but I feel like he's sweating. I feel it is freezing cold. It's snowing.
Again, going back to that darkness, kind of eating at him, and then not to mention that he is probably in shock.
Yeah, I just got shot. I just killed my father as well. I mean,
we're not done yet. Oh my God, I love Adam Driver. It's God, and he looks so young.
Mm-hmm. I know.
You know, he looks like a
Like,
boy acting out.
yes.
And I love that choice. Right here when Finn goes, right, and then goes for it, tosses the gun, and is like, checks on her, tries to, you know, but he does not hesitate to go, this is what's happening. Let's fucking go.
Yep. He's like, oh, all right. I didn't really want to use this weapon before. I preferred the blaster, but here, nah.
I don't got a choice.
It's
bro.
going down. Yeah. And
Belongs to me.
yeah.
Ugh, come get it. That is so fucking hard, dude. That it like,
I mean,
oh man. And this is underrated lightsaber fight in the context of the, of like whenever people are like, what are the best lightsaber fights? Pretty much anything with Kylo, I think kind of deserves to be there. The fact that they've canonized the fact that when using a saber, if you're connected to the, if you're more one with the Force, it makes the saber lighter for you. And the fact that his is obviously heavy, really, really adds to things for me. And then the way that his choreography is drawn up with that heaviness, really, I mean, it's sick. It's just clean.
And damn, I mean, that's gotta suck. That is not gotta feel good. And yeah,
this moment for the first time.
Come on. The
now.
music cue too.
Come on now.
Like it's yeah. And like I'm like, why is he struggling? Like at first, I'm in the theater. I'm like, wait, why is he struggling? He's and I'm like,
I've got chills.
Oh,
and I remember that's why you will never convince me it's the masses who hate these movies, bro. The theater experience for these movies was just so enthusiastic. People loved what they were seeing.
That was like Cap picking up Thor's hammer. You know,
it was dude. And we earned that in one movie here.
Yep.
You know, like it was
no history.
That moment happens, and I remember feeling the
yes,
and feeling the like, let's fucking get it, dude. Like there was just an energy about it, and dude, I love the movie. There's just nothing anyone can say to me that will steer me any other way.
Man, and Poe back at it. Just the KD ratio of Poe Dameron is insane. I mean,
infinite.
Yeah, I guess for everyone. I guess it's
bro
still
has
alive,
not died.
Infinite, so
yeah,
fair. It only becomes
bro's putting up a 35-0 in Heroes v Villains, dude. Like he is killing this shit. Our you know, I appreciate that they do a trench run, but they don't do a trench run. You know, they don't recreate the shots. They don't go, here's that side view where you're riding right next to the X-Wing. We're not going to beat for beat do that, but I like that they get their version of it.
Dude, I mean, they're showing off in the best way possible in every scene. Like, it's just like, look at what the fuck we can do. Like, imagine what, I don't know, like if George originally had access to all this stuff. Like, I wonder how close to this it would have been, you know, or like if what differences he would have made.
God, I love this shot for some reason. I don't know what it is. That mounted camera on the top of the X-Wing, where you're getting the POV shots of it.
He's goated. I mean, he's just
just
effortless.
like that.
It's effortless. Like there was not any other person that was gonna do that other than Poe Dameron. I mean, it was just, all right, Poe's going in there. He's doing the shit. Like Luke hit a lucky shot, you know. Through the Force, you know. So like I'm not lucky, but like
no,
just
there's something beyond his control guiding his hand.
Yes,
you know.
But
Poe's just like,
hey,
I'm running in there
shit.
and I'm blasting.
Yeah. I don't have to hit one lucky shot. I have to hit fucking 7 reactors around the fucking interior of the shit and then fly out of it as it's exploding. So let's go and let's run it. And yeah, instantly. But yeah, no, you're right about like lightsaber fights and anything with Kylo. Like I think the Red Room, I don't think is kind of unbeatable.
Yeah, that's the peak.
I mean, holy
that's the peak.
shit.
I mean, the Death Star 2 battle on the planet Endor in Episode 9 in the rain, where she kills him or is going to kill him and then saves him.
Yeah,
underrated one too.
Yeah.
Like in all that rain and all that water, it looks beautiful.
And
Oh,
like these effect, like in the snow,
that.
like I love how they're burning trees and like it feels so much more atmosphere, like it's affecting everything.
This is my shot, by the way.
Oh man,
Right here.
Ray,
That
yes.
of Ray.
Fucking.
When she opens her eyes here.
Oh,
Oh my god. Let's fucking go, baby. Ugh.
dang. And yup, the planet is falling apart, but let's fucking keep going. I don't know. Yeah, this fight is just insane. Yeah. No,
She locked the fuck in.
Mm-hmm. And Kylo's like, fuck. He's like, God, like, holy shit. I've literally trained with Jedi. I mean, yeah, bro took a bow. I mean, yeah, now a lightsaber to the shoulder. Yeah, I mean,
She
bro's
bitches him
cooked.
though, dude. Like she beats his ass.
She's
Like that's
fucking, yeah. He's
and she's ready to kill too. She's like, I will murder this motherfucker right now if it comes to that.
yeah. Oh, dude, that's just
Great
come
shot
on.
too. Great shot.
Come on. I mean, yeah, it's just like it's so creative. Like it's just like Spielberg being like, it'd be cooler if it blew up after it sunk in the sand. It's almost kind of like it'd be cooler if they made like this sick ass pose
God
while they're fighting.
damn.
Yeah, and then dang, slicing them up, fucking get that stitched up, and then I mean,
Now he's got a scar to match the mask. Yeah, it's
the first evolution of the age of Kylo. And no longer the young, unaffected. Bro killed his dad, got shot, lightsaber sliced up in a matter of minutes. I mean, yeah, this is
a traumatic night for Kylo.
Yeah. I mean, his doing completely.
100% his fault too.
Yeah. But I mean, he learns from it. Eventually.
Eventually, yeah.
He gets there, but yeah, here no, and yeah, fuck. I mean, Snoke, fucking, you can come out, you can talk to us on any hologram, actually, but I mean, you can.
And Kylo hasn't finished training.
Yeah.
Like that's another important detail
training.
too. It's like
Yeah.
he is an actively in training. Now, if it only requires, like I'm going to be able to sit down, we're going to be able to finish his training. Obviously he's pretty well trained. And he was at one point trained by Luke Skywalker himself. God, she's so good.
Man. Yeah, I wonder if finishing your training in Sith terms is just like, you got to kill your parents. You got to be all in. You got to show me.
Ooh,
you got to
yeah, sorry, man. You got to kill somebody really important,
Yep.
if you don't mind.
And with Anakin.
And if you do mind, I'm going to kill them and you anyway.
Dang. Anakin completed his training when he killed Palpatine and threw him off the fucking the thing for a minute there, and then finally, and then became good, and then, well, no, Kylo does kill his mom for a second though, not completely, but bro almost gets them both for a little bit.
He also is not the one who fires that.
Does he lay off? He
lays off. He does not. He does not shoot his weapon at that time.
He's just like, oh my God,
he's just there.
I'm allowing this.
Yeah, he doesn't stop it, which is.
Like,
but I mean, this is a beautiful effect
holy
again.
Shit.
One of the funniest shots in the movie for me though is this shot of Poe in the cockpit. I don't know why I think this is funny. I think it's the way the visor kind of distorts his eyes and the lighting just all kind of looks a little funny to me. I can't really. And then these are the best moments of any Star Wars movie: the celebration after the fact, the catharsis. One complaint that I heard that I'm like, damn, that does kind of suck, is that Chewie wanders right past Leia after Han dies. Doesn't confer with her at all. That does suck. That does kind of go a little.
I guess Rey, they're kind of locked. I don't know, like.
There's a force thing going on, which is why I'm okay with it. I'm okay with that choice, but I can't blame people for being like, Chewie should, get with Leia real quick, mourn together a little bit.
I mean, is it possible that Chewie is actually in more mourning? I mean, it's not like no competition, but that's
I 100% think it's if there's a trauma Olympics going on.
Look
Chewie
at him.
is kind of.
Bros, I mean, obviously.
Well, that's why
maybe
I like the idea. Headcanon, work with it a little bit. Work with it. Walk with me. Chewie is so distraught and so lost that nothing is real. He's wandering through life.
Yeah, he doesn't know what to
like
do.
people are celebrating, but he lost his boy.
Yeah.
He lost his friend.
Like
And therein nothing else exists. He did what he had to do, and now it's time to sit and process it. So work with it. Don't
I like it.
don't be afraid of it.
Mm-hmm.
Don't be scared of it. Be aware of it.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah. The boy, the goat woke back up. He's like, all right, let me give you what you've been wanting this whole time.
Back,
actually,
and we back, and we back.
Yeah. Did Luke send him some like? No, I mean Luke's disconnected from the Force, so like bro just absolutely chose when to wake up, or I don't know. Like, was there some Force beacon sent out by someone? I don't know.
It's hard to gotta be some. Yeah, I mean the Force works mysteriously, and it does include the droids sometimes.
R2 lost his boy Luke. He was depressed, and then when he saw Chewie have the same feeling, he's like, oh no, this ain't.
And they do describe him earlier in the movie as being in low power mode, not off.
Yeah, he's awake.
So he's might.
There,
he's still observing. He knows when.
He's just literally. I feel like the writer's room in like it's like if we want anything miraculous to happen, like just let's let R2 do it or something like that. It's just so easy. He's reached that level of we're just gonna he's gonna have the map to Luke inside of him the whole time, and he's gonna wake up whenever he feels like it. I love that, and I don't take that with any beef whatsoever. I love that he's just major. He's super sad. He lost his boy too, and he's like he just had to chill, at least with his people. At least he was with the resistance. He didn't just go off and give up. No, he gave the crucial piece of information right when it needed to happen. And
right when it needed to go down. We also got that Rey, Finn goodbye. They don't see each other again until Rey lifts the rocks.
Oh my god!
At the end of The Last Jedi.
Dang.
Which again, just all these things that I think storytelling wise you take for granted in terms of the the connections between characters and the timelines between characters. Like that's a really big reunion at the end of The Last Jedi. Like that's the first person who runs and hugs her. That's the first, like they embrace and that's their moment. It's that's when Leia and Rey meet again, and like nobody sees her again until the end of The Last Jedi because she's with Luke the whole time.
Man. And she's just becoming Luke right now. Like she just faced a Sith Lord, or a Sith apprentice, and fucking won. Actually came back alive unscathed, and it's like holy shit. They just were like screaming as she's leaving, or like becoming the legend. And it's just, and then you get.
She's really like that.
We're here, we're at the island. $3 million is that? I think that's what he got paid. I think for however many seconds of screen
time. This 15
time.
seconds?
Yeah. I think there was one trivia that broke it down. Yeah. It was $3 million, which for 52 seconds of screen time, $58,000 per second bro got paid. So I mean that's
for the screen time, yes. It was probably a whole thing.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
it'd be funny if they like airdropped him on set dressed like that. They filmed it and they evacuated him immediately. They're like, he was on set for minute 45.
Yep, 52 seconds. Literally, that's all the work he did. Nothing more. That is it.
Nothing more, nothing more.
But
no, but still, regardless, it couldn't have been more than a day or a day's work.
It's like, we just need you, dude. We literally need you to stand here and just aura farm as hard as you can at the top of this mountain. She's really got to go up there. I mean, this is no easy trek.
That's out there.
But man, how do these other beings eat? What do they eat? Do they be seen?
They probably get some fishing done.
Yeah, they go down and fish. Man, why you gotta go down there every day? That is, man.
We did learn the porgs are edible.
Yeah, I know. I wonder, but Chewie, eventually was even like, damn, I can't eat them. Like, and eventually a co-pilot. So it was like, I wonder if those people. Yeah, I don't know, but man,
he's more of like a hula girl. They're more of like a hula girl knick-knack on the fucking dash of a truck,
Yeah, I mean, this is a close thing to Pabu live action. I feel like we got. So maybe they're just
100%.
Yeah, they're eating sushi for sure. They're fishing the shit out of that ocean. But there he is, the mech arm.
back.
Such a fuck yeah. Like I don't know, it was just everything. It was like holy shit, that's him.
Yeah, she's meeting a myth.
Mm-hmm. It was like I this is yours, I believe.
Somebody
like
she's heard stories about.
Yes.
You know, like stories that are so far-fetched, they can't be true.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like, holy shit, all of that is true.
And the amount of emotion she goes through here, where it's like reverence, she's, you know, impressed by the power, and then the way she locks in as she's holding out that saber, and it's like the awe is gone. The moment has passed. We gotta fucking do this. You know, it's
damn.
God, it's good. I'll love that movie until the end of time, man.
Yeah, the sequel, Love, it is gonna come back. You know, it's the cycle. It's exactly what the prequels went through, and then now Hayden Christensen and all the the kids who just grew up finally gave them the love they deserved. And I feel like Ray, actually, no offense to Hayden Christensen, but does a much, much better job as Ray, acting wise.
All due respect to Mark Hamill. Daisy Ridley is the best actor, the best performer to lead a Star Wars movie.
Is that kind of that's kind of nuts? Like, yeah, she is.
No, I don't think it's close.
Wow.
I think she's a much more talented performer than either Mark Hamill or Hayden Christensen were. And that's not to be diminutive of Hamill and Christensen.
Yes.
I know so many were.
Hamill evolved.
That's just how
it was
talented.
At the time that he was Luke Skywalker.
Yeah. Yes.
But no, Ray for sure, or Daisy Ridley.
Daisy Ridley is. I'm just speaking highly of Daisy Ridley. I don't mean to put down Hamill and Christensen.
Yes.
That's just how talented she is. And you know, when it comes to the cast, the core of actors, you know, it is funny looking back because the original trilogy has the iconicism around it. But that probably is the weakest group of actors of the trilogies that they have that they provide. You know, Harrison Ford. I mean, like, again, all due respect to Mark Hamill, he is the weak link. I mean, I think Carrie Fisher's better. Harrison Ford's better. Billy Dee is eventually better. And then you have so many performances that aren't on screen that you know. Kenny Baker as R2 and Anthony Daniels 3PO and Peter Mayhew Chewbacca, James Earl Jones Vader and David Prowse Vader. Like it's just a different kind of thing where the prequels, you look at that slate with Natalie Portman, Ewan McGregor, Liam Neeson, Samuel L. Jackson. I mean, the list goes on and on and on. It's an absurd collection of talent at that time to bring together, and a few of them pretty well known. You know, Ewan McGregor wasn't a face with, like, I mean, he wasn't a brand new face. He'd been in stuff, and he did a lot during the prequel trilogy. Samuel L. Jackson, well established. Liam Neeson, obviously well established. But you're dealing with a pretty brand new, fresh face group here, and John Boyega, Oscar Isaac, Daisy Ridley, Adam Driver, may talent wise be the best, top 4 build as far as, you know, the main hero and villain. I know that in this movie, Harrison Ford, Mark Hamill, and Carrie Fisher are going to be top build because they're them. But
you know, even Andy Serkis as Snoke, like
Andy Serkis,
villain wise,
Domhnall Gleeson, Lupita Nyong'o, like there's,
shit.
There's just an insane array of Gwendolyn Christie is Captain Phasma. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a really incredible group of performers that you've brought together. And I don't know, I struggle to think that there's been a better slate for a Star Wars trilogy. Like Rogue One might genuinely be the one who gives it a run for its money. Diego Luna, Felicity Jones, Mads Mikkelsen, Forrest Whitaker. Ben Mendelsohn. There's a pretty incredible slate there too. Solo, Emilia Clarke, Donald Glover, Woody Harrelson, Paul Bettany. I think this rises above it though. Like it's that impressive, and I am glad that Daisy Ridley's career is kind of finally. I'm sure she would love to do more than she's been doing, but what she's started to do in the wake of Star Wars with some of the indie projects she's had the pleasure of working on, they've all gone on to do really interesting stuff. John Boyega with they cloned Tyrone last year. Oscar Isaac obviously has had a nonstop slate of incredible stuff. Adam Driver the same. But it is interesting that Daisy Ridley and John Boyega have had a tougher time booking the stuff they're worthy of, because they're just so good, and I can't really understand why they're not working more. They're just that good, but
it'll all come around. The Rey movie.
Oh, it will. It will, and that's something that I take just such profound satisfaction in, is watching a movie with an old actor like Harrison Ford in this movie and being like, oh, I'm watching Oscar Isaac at I'm gonna overshoot here, because he looks like a guy who could be surprisingly old and is just very, very good looking. I don't know if he's 50. I'm gonna throw 50 at it.
That's
just because you never know with these rich guys. These rich guys sometimes can really take care of themselves.
46. He's almost there.
46. Okay. I was gonna say he's definitely 40s, no matter what. But that's why I was like maybe 50. He's got another 30 years in him, career wise. Yeah, like at least.
The next, let's
say 20 at least. That's the thing, is that the Timothy like obviously not in these movies, but like Timothy Chalamet. If he's even 30 yet, I don't know.
Yeah.
But
I think he is. He's surprisingly older. Like a weight. I think that I always think he's 29. Okay, wow, he's almost.
I was
30.
gonna say 29.
Okay, yeah. So, but
I'm like, so that's a great example of somebody that we could have for another 50 years at least. Damn. And like, the idea that there are so many talented young people, and obviously the perspective of what the movie star is shifting a lot, and that is what it is. But there's so much young talent, and the fact that if this is what they do for the rest of their days, I don't know, that's spoiling us, I think. And the idea that Daisy Ridley could continue to work for years and years to come, and Adam Driver will certainly work for years and years to come.
Man, I would have loved to, I guess, grow up originally in the time where I could watch the original trilogy and then continue on and live through all of this. But maybe it's actually better to grow up with the prequels with like this mystical, like Luke does seem more mystical because it is like this original, movies that came before me, and it is like,
absolutely.
Yeah. And then now the sequels that I was very conscious through, or like it was, was in high school. And then,
100%. Like we were excited for those movies. And, speaking to the Luke myth of it all, he is a myth.
Yeah. Yeah, like no one actually, other than the Resistance.
In real life, Luke Skywalker is a myth to us. So like the irreverence of him in universe as something that he is to the viewer adds to it for me, man. I love it.
Yeah, it's crazy that I was in a place of like not liking these movies. Like they were clearly the bottom of the barrel of Star Wars at one point for me. And then now it's like, damn, well they just look so much better. There's actually like so much, it's just newer. It's like it's fan service, but not just for fan service sake. Like every moment,
right? Like
it does have impact. And like I think it's like I did definitely view it through there was no plan, so I'm definitely just going to be like, oh, well, that doesn't make sense because this movie does this.
Why this doesn't align and why this doesn't align.
Yeah, so...
Yeah, no, it's a lot more fun to try to figure out why it does work. And, it's hard with Star Wars to be objective. Again, art is art is incredibly subjective. There is no absolutes, I don't think, when it comes to movies, and everyone has their take. So that's why it's easy to change your opinion. You don't have to be so.
Yeah.
You don't have to go, this is what I've always thought, so this is what I'm going to always think.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to get lost in that. But I don't know. I love the movie. I say we rate this thing before we get out of here. I know this is Geek with me and not the Sentimentalists, and I'll do a few plugs here, just to cinch it for us. Thank you for listening. I appreciate you. Leave a 5-star rate and review and download wherever you might be listening. I'm sure we've got. I don't know why someone who hates the sequels would have listened to this all the way through. But I'm sure that if they did, they left some sort of shit review. So go ahead and, offset that for me a little bit if you would. Hey, with thanks to Simon Pegg, that's cool.
Yeah, that's crazy. Another great actor that they just pulled in and put under a suit. Yeah,
yep,
man.
Yep,
Damn,
Lupita Nyong'o
Jesus.
and Simon Pegg both just
Yeah.
yeah.
What the fuck? Like, it's stacked.
Yeah, no kidding.
Everywhere.
Yeah, incredible. But regardless, we would appreciate that review, that 5-star rate and review. You can also check out our movie podcast, The Cinementalists. That's CINEMENTALISTS. We are currently in between things as Christmas has passed. We did Christmas movies all December. We will be concluding the year on New Year's Eve with a movie being covered. One of our favorites of 2025, maybe an Oscar Isaac movie as well, and Frankenstein. So you could check that out if you want. New Year's Eve, The Sentimentalists. You might as well head on over there. We did also do live commentaries of every movie in the original trilogy on The Sentimentalists. So if you did like this, we've got that over on The Sentimentalists.
Yes.
But yeah, we also have a David Lynch Twin Peaks podcast. I just called it a David Lynch podcast. I mean, that might as well be all of our podcasts at this point. Fire Pod with me, a Twin Peaks podcast. Friendly to the first-time viewer and the rewatcher alike. I'm rewatching it. Joseph is watching it for the first time. It's a lot of fun. You should check it out. You should check out the show regardless. And if you happen to want a podcast about it, we've got it. But yeah, let's see. Geek with me. We'll be back. Not in a rush. I'm not going to lie to you. I don't have anything immediately on the horizon that I'm like, we got to get this in. We got to get it done. But, we're never gone forever here on Geek with me. I know we took a couple months off here after the end of Alien Earth and Peacemaker, but we'll be back soon. I promise. But we do have those other shows if you want to keep up with us on a week-by-week basis. The Sentimentalists and Firepod with me. Let's rate this like we would on the Sentimentalists, on the good old Sentimentalometer. On a scale of 1 to 10, put all your feelings about this movie into one number. Where are you sitting?
Man, it's like, at one point, it would be like, well, it's still good because it's Star Wars, but I can't give it a super high number because, stupid lens. But now I'm like, am I at the 10? I don't know. I guess there is some hesitation because, like, I do think it gets better. In this trilogy alone, and
I agree.
So like there is some room to go, but like Star Wars is kind of always a 10, but then ranking them as just with all compared to all the rest of them, I feel like as the basis, I think I'm in the 9s for sure, and it's damn near perfect. I mean, I'm happier like while watching this movie. I get so much. It's like all the nostalgia that's built into the rest of the movies is baked into this one, and it's refreshed and looks incredible the whole time. Yeah, it's like I think I'm like 9 to 5 to see where.
I think I'll match you there. I think The Last Jedi is notoriously my favorite sequel movie, so I can't give it the 10 because that's reserved for.
Yes.
If the very, very tippy top of the franchise is a 10, there's only 2 of them, in my opinion. And that's Empire and Last Jedi. Now, beyond that, were in the range of 97595 and 925 because objectivity doesn't exist, baby. It's bullshit. Everybody just like what you like, man, and I love these movies, dog. So yeah, I'm cool with a 925. I think that's where I would settle.
There we go. Then a good old 93% if we're rounding off. Is that some yeah, I don't know. It feels like Force, like Tesla was obsessed. 36993. You subtract the 2, you get 6. I don't know why my brain went there, but it did. And why Tesla is the Force. Maybe that's just the most real life answer I could give. But wow, that's where my brain goes, I guess, at 2 a.m. Christmas Christmas post.
Goofball. December 26th. And that the movie officially ran out of runtime, so I'm going to go ahead and get us on out of here. I was Colton Robertson. I was joined by Joseph George. Thank you very much, homie.
Oh, thank you for having me. It's always a pleasure to be here, homie.
Oh, and it's always a pleasure to have you. And remember, always praise the sequel trilogy, baby. Grow the fuck up. Enjoy.